Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Became Yugioh Elemental Hero Destiny Part 1. Before we start, please go support SrabrazosxD for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. God sealed all the elemental heroes, the heroes of destiny, into a sacred gear that was waiting for a possible bearer. Prologue. Before the war of factions, there were beings of such power and magnitude that the gods feared them. That is why all the factions, together with all the mythologies, decided to unite to destroy them. The war was not easy. They may have been more numerous, but the elemental and destiny heroes had unique abilities, which meant that they almost lost the war. Currently, all the heroes are seen on the floor. In front of them was God with the magician Merlin, King Arthur, his children, the fallen angels and winged demons with the gods Ares, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon. Behind them many more, and above you can see a red dragon, a golden one and a blue giant. Neos don't have to do this, we haven't hurt anyone. God along with Merlin united their magic so that a barrier would cover all the heroes and seal them in a sacred gear. Everyone celebrated and came to an agreement that the sacred gear will choose its bearer. Years later. Hayate, this one with his brother, they played together since they were little. The years passed. Issei and Ryo in school were equals. They were considered rivals. Issei was the best in school. Ryo was a little behind in that, but in kendo together Issei they reached the final. A winner was not decided because both gave the same points in the head day too. See what they had to choose when they said that a tie was fine, but that changed. You can see a blue flame and an apparent frying pan in the. Issei was in the kitchen stirring some rice. At the table. Father, what are you going to do today, Issei? Issei from the kitchen, Chinese rice, why? Ryo, I'm looking forward to it. Issei arrived and put the plate on the table. Enjoy this one. He takes off a rubber band that he had in his hair. Father/Ryo ate the rice. Ryo's coat and shirt fell open. The father's hands opened from the shock. Ryo, the rice you made is delicious. Father, letting you become his student was the best choice I ever made in life. How lucky, he said, crying. Issei sat with them while having a drop of sweat and ate. Father, when are you going to go with them again? Issei, well, I'll leave today in the afternoon at 8 at the latest. Why? Ryo, so you're leaving tonight, right? Issei, yes. Ryo, well, I have to tell you something first. Issei? Ryo, the club will come. Issei patted his forehead but without strength. Let me guess. Ryo, yes, that's what you're thinking. Issei, no. Ryo, but. Issei, no. Hey, I cook for 2 reasons. One, because I like to cook. Ryo, well, there is the kitchen for us this time. Issei. Ryo, will come Akeno senpai and Asia. Issei, you only have your eyes on Kaneko-chan, right? Ryo, blushing, yes. Issei took out his phone. Yes, hello? FBI? Ryo, no. Issei, go get the ingredients and deal done. Ryo, done. Father, it will be late for them, and so will I. Issei, wait, this one gives each of you a wind and this one for Kaneko. There is a bite. Ryo, when did you make them? Issei, last night. Ryo, thanks. Issei, which thanks is 200 yen. Time later. Issei and Ryo arrived at the academy. Ryo, what class do you have? Issei, I think Historia, and you? Ryo, math. Issei, yeah, well, I'll see you in the afternoon. These are gone. Issei put on his headphones and put on some music. Issei was sitting in his chair, leaning back, waiting for the teacher to arrive. The girls often talked about him, or his brother. Ryo was popular with the girls. The shy girls were more interested in Issei. Ryo was the blue prince, just like Kiba. Issei was like the ice prince, so much that they considered that he and President Sona could become a couple in the future. The teacher arrived. Late. Occult club. Ryo, 10 Kaneko. Today I brought candy. Kaneko took one and ate it to take another and give it to Ryo. Mine, thanks, Issei said with tears. Akeno era Kaneko-chan, you didn't know you were doing that with Ryo-san. Kaneko blushed. Ryo, President, I already told my family that they will go today. Asia, talking about that, how is Issei-san? Ryo, well, indeed leaves how. Rias, do you have a brother? Rio, if it's true, I don't know, I have presented it. Akeno, I met him when I went shopping at the supermarket. Kiba, me when I went to Kendo Club. Asia, me when I was with Rio-san. I'm the only one who doesn't know him. All yes. Rias, see. Rio will be able to meet him this afternoon. With Issei. This one was in the library reading a book and talking to a girl with black hair and glasses. And how are your subjects going? Issei, well, and how is the student council? I'll say it's good and a bit annoying. Issei will leave in a while, right? In fact, she already stands up to smile at Issei and leave. Issei sighed. When they mark you? Issei, hello? Roasted tentacles with peanut butter are so disgusting I can't stop laughing, dude. Issei, oh, what are you challenging me, Soma? Soma, I'm looking at something for the weekend competition. Issei, is it true that we are going to cook against your father, Soma? Soma, we still don't know what time you will arrive. Issei, tomorrow, I don't know, maybe at 5 in the morning. Soma, well, we will be waiting for you. Issei heard the bell, I have to go. Soma, I'll see you tomorrow. Soma, goodbye. Issei took his things to go home. Rio, Kaneko, and Asia went to get the ingredients for the meal. Asia, will your mom be making dinner? Rio is a surprise. Some time later. Issei, really? Asia had her eyes covered. Kaneko was behind Rio. Rio put on an Issei shirt. Issei, it's hot, but it's okay. Did you bring the ingredients? Rio, yes. Issei, well, what do you want me to do? Rio, then rice with curry. Issei, okay, I'll see what else I'll do. They knocked on the door. Rio, it's the others, go get changed. Issei left. Kiba, your house feels very cozy. Rias saw the house. Akeno, Era, and your brother? Rio went to change. Rias, well, let's go to your room to have the meeting. Fourth Rio. Kiba, tell me, Rio, your brother also has a sacred gear? Rio, I don't know, but I already tried to summon her, but nothing happened. Is Kaneko going to join him in the nobility? Rias, I don't know, it could be a knight like Kiba or a rook, but it could be the pawn you left free, Rio. Akeno, hihi, Rio-san, having the boost gear and using 7 pawns is something incredible of you. Rio, thanks, senpai. Rias, well, let's continue with the contracts. Akeno and Rio 9. Kaneko 7. Kiba 6. And Asia 3. Kiba is not bad, Asia-san. Asia, thanks, Kiba-san. Some time later. Mother, I brought you some sandwiches, son, and she also said something, showing some photo albums. Rio, no, mama. Issei came up behind his mother. Issei, what happened? Rias looked at Issei and blushed a little. Mother, come, Issei, I also brought your photo albums. Issei, oh, dinner might burn, so I'll be with Dad downstairs. He was about to leave, but... Honey, Mother, watch that dinner doesn't burn. Issei, surprised face. Mother, come in. Issei, no. A few minutes later. Rias had a photo album of Issei and Rio together. In a photo, Issei and Rio are seen playing, covered in ice cream and laughing. Akeno, Era are fighting over ice cream, they are so cute. Kaneko, the life of senpais is somewhat funny. Issei, well, I have to go downstairs to finish dinner now, yes. Mother, I will go help you. Guys, come down in 5 minutes. The 5 passed and everyone fell silent. Rio sat next to Kaneko and her mother. Issei, ready, here is spicy and extra spicy curry, choose. Kiba, I vote for the normal one. Father, me for the extra spicy. Rio, me too. Everyone asked for normal. And the extra spicy, Issei family? The only thing missing was Rias. Rias, well, an extra spicy one too. Issei, huh? Mother, Rias-chan, are you sure of what you're saying? Rias, yes. Issei gave him a plate. Issei put his, I'll go to the kitchen for something. Issei went to the kitchen and brought a plate that emanated a black aura. So that's it? Issei then. Mother, don't say anything, I don't want to know. Issei, haha, calm down. Rio, another dish? Issei, if he tried this. All. Issei is missing something, I don't know. Rias, can I try it? Issei is sure this one gives him his fork. Rio, no, President Rias. Rias ate from the plate, how disgusting. Some time later. Mother, don't give your crazy inventions to the guests, you heard me? Issei, yes. Mother, let's help Rias-chan. Issei went and shook Rias's hand. And take her to her chair. Everyone started eating. When to. Akeno and Rias moved their breasts for the first bite. Akeno moaned. Rias, it's spicy and delicious. What kind of spices did you use in that? Kiba, what kind of curry is this? I've never tried one like this. Issei was thinking something and it seems it worked. When out of nowhere his mother also gives a slight moan because she was already used to Issei's food just like Rio and his father. Asia, this dish is full of love and great flavor. Everyone in their mind space had their clothes torn. Issei, you're welcome. Some time later. Issei stood up from the table so everyone could turn to look at him. Issei, well, I'm leaving now. Asia, are you going to an Issei-san party? Issei, no. Mother, you're leaving now, huh? Issei, I'm late, I hope to catch the train yet. Akeno, where are you going? Issei, with a friend. Father, greet me Soma and Jichiro. Issei, yes. This one was about to leave. Mother, although it is too late for you girls to leave. Rias, nothing happens, we will arrive safely. Mother, still, hey Issei, don't you care if the girls sleep in your room or not? Issei, honestly no, it's not like I'm going to be. All of them, huh? Mother, well, I think 3 can fit in the bed, but one will have to sleep on a futon, you choose, and Kiba-san can sleep with Rio. Issei, it will be late for me, I'll put the curry in the refrigerator when it cools down, and I also made some snacks for your tea time tomorrow, Mom, bye. He took his backpack and left. Mother, Rio, tell them where Issei's room is while I look for a futon. Rio, yes. Time. Rias, I imagined the room to be a little more disorganized, but it was well arranged and there are many books. Akeno took one to see. Rias saw that Issei had several drawings and a recipe notebook on his desk. Mother, here is girls' rest. With Issei, this arrived at the train station. Issei, excuse me, there is still a train for. Girl, if you got there a few minutes before he left. Issei, give me a ticket. Clear, girl. Issei took the ticket and went to wait for the train. He looked at the phone as he waited. Issei, seeing that there were 10 minutes left, closed his eyes. When he opened them, he was no longer at the station. Now he saw a city where he sees the heroes. Issei, where am I? Neos, or so you see us, said happily. Plasma, what do you think we should do now, Neos? Neos, then let's explain everything. They are sure he is just a high school boy. Issei was about to speak, but Phonexus, I think it's fine. So Neos explained everything to him. Issei, it's a lot to process, he said, rubbing his head. Plasma, unfortunately that's how it is, he said seriously. Issei, and well, now what follows, he said coldly, surprised everyone. Neos, I will not know you. I will not tell you something. In 4 weeks there will be a meeting of all the mythologies to see if the sacred gear has already chosen a carrier, and when they see that it is not there, you are screwed. They will start looking for you for 2 things. Issei, and those would be? Plasma, 1, to finish you off, or join their ranks. Issei, okay, let me see if I understand. Neos, Haber. Issei, they tell me that in exchange for having them in my body I'm going to become a hunted person or a weapon. Plasma, basically yes. Issei. His train has already arrived, we will talk to him later. Neos, we'll talk later, kid. Issei opened his eyes seeing that he was no longer in the place. This one gets on the train. The next day. A redhead is seen in April, a local. Issei, hello. Soma, wow, I thought you would arrive sooner? Issei, you thought. They hugged each other. Soma, and tell me, ready for battle? Issei, you know what, friend? Soma comes in and gives him an apron. Soma put his on very well. Let's start. Some time later. Client Joichiro-chan a special. Joichiro then Issei Soma 1 attends table 2 and the other 4. Issei immediately. Soma, I'm coming. Customer, the competition will start soon. Soma, you see. Issei table 3 wants a special rice. Hours later. Archer, Issei, you were right, they don't go together well, they are a devastatingly bad combination. Soma, squid with peanut butter is so disgusting I can't stop laughing. Joichiro, Soma, Issei. Your friend has arrived. Soma put on his Issei ribbon and his garter. Let's get started. Customer, oh, they will finally start. Issei and Soma are seen cooking together while Joichiro cuts some ingredients to show how rice and other ingredients were combined. When they finished, they showed 2 dishes. One was Issei and Soma's versus Joichiro's. Joichiro, enjoy it. Soma, try it. Thanks for the food. Some boys arrived. Boy, oh, the battle has already begun. Chiko too, or Mayumi is the judge today. Mayu started moaning from trying the food. Piano. Soma and Issei stood with their arms crossed and confident. And Joichiro with his hands on his waist. Boy, do you think today is the day? Boy, too, they win? Girl, shhh, Mayu is thinking. The customers look serious. Mayu thought for a few seconds. The first one said, pointing to the right. Customer, oh, it's over. Applause was heard. Client 2, your father won today. Soma dropped as Joichiro raised his fist. Mayu woke up worried. Joichiro, Soma, Issei still need training. Soma/Issei seems to have won this time, but next time will be a different story. Joichiro Chibi speaks as if he had won before. They must be close to 300 team defeats. Soma, Chibi, don't be cocky, it's only been 284. Issei, Chibi, if it's true. Joichiro, but they are getting closer. Soma, shut up, father. Issei, don't make fun of sensei. Customers are seen sharing the rice of the 3. Boy, your father's rice is delicious. Girl, and to think we can eat this so close, how lucky we are. Mayumi, but your dish was so delicious. Soma and Issei are seen with a depressive aura, and Issei patted Soma on the shoulders. Mayumi had never tasted such good rice. Soma/Issei, thanks, they said depressives. Mayumi, oh, this one came a little closer. Soma was trying a dish with Issei a while ago. Would you like to try some? Mayumi, I really would like to try. Soma, sun calm with peanut butter. Matumiya? Mayu, girl. Boy, oh, here it comes. Chiko to a crazy combination. Somi approached Mayumi while she was retreating. Soma, come on, try it. Mayumi, no. Voice, hee hee hee. Soma fed the squid to Mayumi. Mayumi, no. Mayumi said what she thought of the dish. Joichiro, although that doesn't beat my sardines with jam, no, Soma? Soma, those tasted horrible. Joichiro, right? Soma, but my tentacles are worse. Joichiro, no, my dish was worse. Issei, what nonsense are you talking about? Boy, it makes sense having a father and friend like that. Issei, Soma/Joichiro, my dish was worse. It was already Monday. Academia.co. Teacher Monday Hayato Issei? But nobody was present. The teacher continued with the list and left the work. He saw the list when he sat down and saw Issei's name. Apparently Issei didn't come to school 2 days every 2 weeks or every 3, that seemed strange to him. With Issei he was learning cooking techniques with Joichiro. And the technique for this is to use the fat that the meat releases to brown it on top. You can also do it with oils, mainly olive oil. Issei watched everything attentively. Joichiro, now try it. Issei began to brown the meat on top. Joichiro, well, I'll teach you other techniques. Issei, yes. With Ryo. He came to the student council along with the Gremry group. Ryo, why are you asking me for Sona-sama? Sona, I'll be brief. One of Issei's teachers told me that he misses 2 days every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and it's not something that's wrong, but from what she said, he's been doing it since he came here and I saw that. Rio like that he. Sona counted the faults that she has 86 in total. Rio hee. Sona, what's going on? I've seen his grades and with that they can't fail him. Rio, well, I'll tell you, Issei is going to see a friend in his city for the weekend and is staying there for 4 days. Is it just for that? Rio, that and for the cooking classes that his teacher gives him. You laugh, huh? Does Asia Issei-san have cooking classes? Rio, yes. Sona, I'm surprised that you can live with someone who is so cold. Is Rias cold? It seemed completely normal to me. Rio actually surprised me that he wasn't cold to you. Sona saw Tsubaki hate Tsubaki. Tsubaki, what's up, President? Sona, nothing, I saw you very serious. Rias, so Issei was cold to everyone? Rio, maybe Issei likes President Rias. Rias blushed slightly. Rio is a joke, President. Rias, if I'm clear, she said somewhat shyly. Sona, good, thanks for telling me everything, Rio-san. Rio, yes. Sona, I wish you luck in the forest of relatives. Rias, yes. Everyone left. Asia, then Issei will arrive? Rio, tomorrow night, maybe when we are in the forest of the familiars. Akeno, era, I would like to try your food again. Kiba, I must say that curry was delicious. Rio, well, if you want you can come to Happy Tuesday. Kaneko, Happy Tuesday? Rio, Dad put it like that because Issei tests what he learned. I must say that I like that too, but be careful not to try his special dishes, so to speak. Rias's face turned blue. Rio, well, let's hope everything goes well. The next day. Soma, are you leaving now? Issei, yes, already, friend. Issei and Soma hugged each other. And then Issei gave Joichiro a hug. Joichiro, we will see you in 2 weeks? Issei is not going to talk about this. He takes his backpack and says goodbye to everyone, even the customers. Issei left. Issei mind. So I am the bearer of the sacred hero gear, and to finish it, coveted by the entire supernatural world. Now I am in trouble. Plasma, we will give you basic training so you can defend yourself from supernatural beings. Issei, but that still doesn't mean that he can be a danger to my family. Neos, train hard and you won't be. Issei continued on his way without thinking about anything. Hours after night. Rio and the Gremry group came from the forest of familiars, tired since it was difficult to get Rio's familiar. Rio, I want to get to sleep. She laughed, but out of nowhere a magic circle came to her. It was Graphia. Estuaries. Graphia, I have good news and bad news. Everyone came to know. The bad thing is that his commitment has accelerated. In fact, the young Razor along with his family and SrabrazosxD will go to the club's place. Rias, and what is the good one? Graphia, SrabrazosxD maybe found a way to break off their engagement. Rias and the others were happy about that. Graphia, until then, see you in 2 weeks, Rias-sama. Akeno is good, laughs. Rias, if the idea of Oni-sama works, I will no longer be engaged. Rio, let's go to my house. Issei must have a lot. Food will be a small reason to celebrate. All yes. Some time later they arrived at the house. They smelled a rich and sweet smell. They saw Issei sitting talking to his parents. Rio came closer and could hear. Father, Tatsuki Academy, huh? Issei, yes, and then Jiichiro-sensei said to go in. He said he will tell Soma later. Mother, I don't know, son, if you go, we won't see you for a long time. Issei told me to tell you and think. Rio, I eat you're leaving. Issei, hee. Some time later. Everyone listened in detail. Rio, I see an elite cooking school. Issei, yes, I'm thinking, but he smelled a smell and went to the kitchen. Mother, what's wrong, Issei? Issei, that's it. We'll talk later. I'll bring you what I learned today. With Issei. Avian, Issei, we don't want to upset you, but your brother's friends and the... Issei, what? Plasma are demons. Issei, no. Mother, what's going on? Issei doesn't swim. This is how the month passed quickly. Issei was practicing what Joichiro told him and thinking about Ryo and the group of Rias. Soma confronted the one who wanted to close the restaurant, and Joichiro told him about Tatsuki. Current mythologies meeting. SrabrazosxD has spent time Azazel. Azazel long time no see SrabrazosxD. Miguel SrabrazosxD saint. SrabrazosxD Miguel. Most of the gods greeted each other. But there was someone behind Azazel with an annoyed face. Behind them came Rias and his group, Razor and his group, Sona and her group, and many more demons. Fallen angels and angels also came. SrabrazosxD spoke loudly. We are here to find out if the most finished sacred gear in all mythologies has already chosen a bearer, or if we will have another year of peace. Each god and leader put the key that corresponded to them. The cellar opened, revealing that the sacred gear was no longer there. End. Advance. Issei, well, this is a school for rich people. Soma, you're right. Issei asked me what kind of person will evaluate our dishes. Razor is a hero who carries the power and name of a phoenix. I will tear him to pieces and prove that only I can be your fiancé, my dear Rias. Issei, let's see if this works. He jumps from a tower. Surprises God's tongue in sacred gear hero. Surprise God's tongue in sacred gear hero. Student council sees SrabrazosxD Serafala Kuka. With them were the Gremry Citri group and the Phoenix. Everyone was serious until Razor, because the mouths were releasing their energy knot. Sona spoke to change the atmosphere. Can I ask something? SrabrazosxD, yes, Sona-san said seriously. Dream that was in that place? Everything fell silent again. Serafal, what was there was the sacred gear hero. Ryo's sacred gear hero? SrabrazosxD is said to be the best sacred gear. Not even 5 Longuinas can compare to her power. Sounds like, how do you know that? A kuka before the faction war, all mythologies united to finish off some individuals of great power. It was said that the weakest was able to kill a middle-class demon easily. Rias then? SrabrazosxD made a magic circle where 3 books came out. He threw them at Rias, Sona and Razor. SrabrazosxD, there is the story, and what each hero had. We did it in case the heroes escaped from there. Elemental Heroes Book. SrabrazosxD, the Book of the Heroes of Destiny was destroyed when someone tried to steal them. Rias, Elemental Hero Avian. Attacks Gusts of Feathers. Edo says that when he attacks with this attack the damage will be 3 times greater. Electric Orb, because it doesn't say anything. And Gale? Sona, what does that mean? He started searching. Rias, here it says that when an enemy attack surpasses him in strength, he uses his wings to deflect the attack and not receive damage, and here is a photo too. SrabrazosxD, that hero was able to fight with 3 demons at the same time. Sona, Elemental Hero Bubbles. Magic Power 5 of 10. Skills 1. Special attacks none. Serafal, yes, what the book says is true. This hero's little power was compensated by his weapons. Winged Elemental Hero Razor with Flames. Flame Dive Attack. Special attack when he defeats someone. Does that person's power stay with him? SrabrazosxD, not exactly. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in a Rattan game with him, and let's say that he and you face each other at the end with a clash of fire. What he does is that he stores the power of his enemies, and using it at a specific moment would be a fire attack with his strength plus that of all your pieces or those he has defeated. Akeno Incredible began to see there is someone with thunder power? He started looking for. Does anyone dream of water? Everyone started looking for the one they most wanted to meet. Akeno here is Eto, his name is Giant Thunder, and sparks era hihi. Ryo can attack with lightning attacks, but his strongest attack is Static Wave. Akeno Giant Thunder can eliminate an enemy with 1 attack? Ajuka, yes, but for him to do that the enemy must be weaker than him. Akeno's strongest attack is Voltaic Thunder. SrabrazosxD, not only that the hero Spark has a separate weapon. That weapon can leave you immobile for a certain time. When SrabrazosxD plays, the books disappear. Issei, hello Eto. Sona Senpai wanted to ask permission to leave early. The leaders saw Issei's energy and became serious. Issei saw the leaders and found out who they were and became serious too. Rio, what's up, Issei? Issei AAA, well, I have to go home to take the papers to school, but I'm glad I found them here. Give them to Mom, and these others are for you. He saw Rias and blushed a little. Rias blushed slightly upon seeing Issei. Razor, seeing this, was about to go show him who was in charge, but when he saw the leaders were serious, he did nothing. Issei, well, I have to go, I'll see you on Saturday, Rio. Rio, when is the exam? Issei, tomorrow, but I will stay that day with Soma. He takes his backpack. I'm sorry for the intrusion, he leaves. The silence was awkward until they heard fighting. Razor, how much do you see in that human, huh? Rias, it's none of your business, idiot. Razor remembers that I am your fiancé. He laughed. He was about to touch her breast, but... SrabrazosxD, you felt it right? Sarah Fall, yes, definitely. Akuka, I think we have found the first candidate who can have the sacred gear hero. Everyone, huh? Rias, what's wrong, Oni-sama? SrabrazosxD, Rio, your brother knows about the supernatural? Rio, no, because... SrabrazosxD, your brother may be hiding something from you because his eyes could not see his aura. Akuka will be one of two. Issei-kun is the bearer of the hero's sacred gear or has another type of sacred gear. Ravel, if so, then is he the bearer of the elemental hero Phoenix the Mighty? He said, showing a book. Akuka, how do you know that? Ravel, I read some books and there appeared a mention of a hero. Razor, although he has the name of the powerful Phoenix, cannot compare to me, who is a true Phoenix. Rias, huh? Is that so? Razor, hey, do you want to fight? Rias, I don't see any need to break our engagement if you don't bet. SrabrazosxD, order you to. Razor, done, I will break the engagement if you defeat me in my peerage. Rias, I don't know if I believe you. Razor, but I have a condition. Rias, a condition. SrabrazosxD, let me hear your condition. Razor, if I win, we'll get married that same week and we'll do it the same night of the game. You laugh, huh? Razor, or you can wait for them to speed up our engagement, anyway we will get married. Estuaries. Razor, I'll give you 2 weeks to think about it, and if you accept, 2 weeks to train. Rias gritted her teeth. Razor and the leaders left. Outside. Issei listened to the conversation and clenched his left fist. Neos, it's time to go, Issei. Issei took the path and left. Time after a cult club. Rio, if Issei is the bearer of that sacred gear, he will be in trouble. Asia, I don't think Issei-san is. Rio-san, Issei-san doesn't know about the supernatural. Rio is true. Laughter, yee. Akeno laughed? Rias, I don't mind, but I have to tell you something, Rio. Rio, what did President Rias do? Rias, do you remember the day I went to ask you to take my virginity because the marriage was brought forward but Gabriel was already there? Rio, yes too. Kaneko, I breastfed it. Rias, when I ran out by mistake I finished Issei-san's room. Akeno, era. Rias, Akeno, let me finish, for some reason Gabriel didn't go in there. Rio, Issei said you weren't there. Rias, I told him to lie for me. Rio, what else have you hidden from me, Issei? Rias, leaving that aside, told me that if I wanted I could stay overnight in her room, and Gabriel didn't find me all night. All what? You laugh at that, and I end up sleeping hugged by him xdxd. Asia had a pout. Akeno, era he you laughed, and you liked it? Estuaries. This one was red. Rio, from his face I think I. LL, tell him that I wouldn't mind being his brother-in-law, president of Rias, as long as he makes Issei happy. Rias, don't bother me anymore. Asia, can I say something? Everyone turned to look at Asia. Asia, Issei-san's hugs make you feel safe. Rio, in fact, many girls who have hugged him have told me the same thing. Akeno, I think I should try it too. Rio, I'll talk to Issei about the supernatural and I hope he's not the one they're looking for. With Issei he was on top of a tower. Issei, are you sure about this? Avian, no, the truth, no. Issei. Neos, if you don't bet you don't win. Issei is not funny. So go ahead and jump in. Issei breathed and put on a hood to start running, and jumping he took out his bird wings and started to fly. Issei woo. I always wanted to touch the clouds. This one starts to rise in height to pass the clouds. Plasma Issei go down a little, no one who is human should see you. Issei okay, this one down to shake off some water. Issei flew home. To take his papers. Phoenix tell me Issei, what do you plan to do? Issei, I think going to Tatsuki is a good thing, and I will try to avoid meeting Rias senpai and Sona senpai. What's up with the girl you see at the library? Issei, if they accept me, then there's no other way, that's how it is. Plasma Diamond, then why are you leaving today if the exam is tomorrow? Issei, since the exam is tomorrow, Soma knows that I will go to his house today and take the exam tomorrow. Plasma, tell me something Issei, what exactly will you do when they know that you are the carrier of us? Issei, good question Plasma, good question. Basically Plasma, what will you do? Issei, I think I'll let everything be in its own time. He took some papers to grab his backpack and run out and jump to fly. In the sky. Miguel was in his room thinking about the sacred gear hero. For now, he left Gabriel and Raphael in charge. Memory. Miguel, but Dad, why don't we have the sacred gear hero ourselves and give it to one of our own? God, as naive as ever Miguel, the power of those heroes is something that is not up to us to decide but to destiny. Miguel, but what happens if they choose one to end the world? God, my son, stop thinking about the future, remember this and don't forget it. Michael, father. Someone came in very quickly. Raphael, Onisama, we had signs of a hero. Miguel, what? Raphael, come on, follow me. Miguel and Raphael arrived at the system. There were very angels in shock and hurry. Miguel, what's up? Raphael, the first place where the presence was felt was here. Michael, yes. Raphael, but then he felt here and then here, now it's moving. Miguel, what kind of hero is he? Man, according to energy, is about the avian hero. Miguel, well, calm down, apparently it could be one of two. The first could be that he just discovered the sacred gear, or two, he already knows how to use all the heroes and he uses that one because it's his favorite. Silence. Angelus, we are going to die. Gabriel knows where the boy can live. Miguel, Haber. These followed her. Gabriel, according to this, the presence was felt here at 1,400 hours, and they stopped here at 1,420 hours. Miguel was about to speak, but Gabriel, I know you'll tell me that he could have rested, but he didn't start using that hero at that time. I don't think he stopped flying because. What I mean is that it's possible that that boy or girl lives in that area. Miguel saw the map and was amazed. Gabriel, we can send some angels to investigate. Miguel, no, we can't, it's demon territory. Gabriel, but it is a matter of. Miguel, if it were something related to our faction, I would do it, but it is not. Miguel was about to leave, but. Gabriel, are you going to let the factions get ahead of him in recruiting him? Miguel, is not that before he died, father told me that we will try to avoid problems with him. Gabriel, but. Miguel, do whatever you want, you're in charge now until I think of what to do. This one left. Gabriel. Raphael, then? Gabriel, sends some angels to that city and investigate carefully. Raphael, good. In Grigory. Kokabeel was fighting 10 angels at the same time. Azazel arrived. I see you are training. Kokabeel, of course, the sacred gear hero has already chosen its carrier. Not even the celestial dragons will be able to do anything against him, and I want a great fight. Azazel, Kokabeel, Azazel, with this event, why do not we attack and show that we are the best race? Azazel, with that again? Kokabeel. Azazel, don't start a war again. Better come to the meeting to find out how to unite the bearer of the sacred gear hero. Kokabeel, good. In the underworld. SrabrazosxD, so the sacred gear was felt in the city where my sister is. Yes. SrabrazosxD, that makes my suspicions that Ryo-san Hayato Issei's brother is the carrier true. Akuka is possible, but you don't have to do anything risky. Out of nowhere the council members arrived. Old man, it seems that the sacred gear hero already chose a bearer, and you didn't tell us anything. SrabrazosxD, we didn't want to upset things. Old man too, I imagine you already have a plan to make him our man. SrabrazosxD, we still don't know who he is, but we have an idea. Elder, do not waste time, he must only obey us. SrabrazosxD, but Elder 3 good, send your men and bring the subject. SrabrazosxD raised his power in anger. Elders, is your obligation as a Mao. SrabrazosxD, yes sir. The elders left. Curse SrabrazosxD. Serafal Rio-san is not going to like the news. SrabrazosxD, I won't send them yet. Ajuka, let the young Rio ask his brother. SrabrazosxD, sigh. Asgard. Thor, father, what will we do now? Odin seems to be the usual calm thing, and this one lifts up a Valkyrie's skirt, hee. But he received a blow to the head. Odin Sama, that is not the behavior that a god should have. Odin, and that's why you're still alone and virgin, Ross-chan. Ross-wise, that's not true, I just want the right man to come along. Odin, yes, and how long ago was that? Ross-wise, only a few years. Odin, I think you will die a virgin. Ross-wise gave him another blow. Loki has arrived, father. It is not time for us to become idiots. Odin, you too, Loki? Loki, while we are here, the other mythologies are looking for that unworthy bearer of that power. Odin, and you say that you are? Loki, that's the most obvious thing. I think we should find the bearer and take away his sacred gear. Odin, no. Loki, you'll wait for someone else to do it. Odin, young people never think of the consequences. Tell me, what will you do if the boy escapes? Your hunger for power could be the destruction of Asgard. Loki. Odin, better use that time to locate those traitors. Ross-chan helps Loki with that. Ross-why say yes. The three of them left. Loki, out the power of the elemental heroes and destiny will be mine. Egypt. We are in serious trouble. Isis, don't even say it. Horus, what exactly will happen now? We can only hope that the heroes have not harbored hatred towards us now that Slifer Oblisco and my dragon have trapped them in those cards. Horus, then we must finish off the bearer? I wouldn't want to take any risks, but I think we should take priorities. Horus, yes. How are the cards? Is there still no one who can use them? Isis, no. I see where they are? Horus, in this small chest. He opened the chest. Each card gave off an aura of color use. All mythologies were the same, they didn't know what to do. With Issei he descended near the dining room. Yukihira knocked on the door for Soma to open the door. Soma, wow, you got here early. Issei, yes. Soma enters. Issei entered. Soma, well, we have until tomorrow. What do you want to do? Issei, we can play video games or cook. Both. Sometime later, Issei and Soma are seen cooking. Issei put his plate and Soma his. Soma, well, let's see these, try the flavor of each dish. Issei, the potatoes really absorb the flavor of the bacon, it is delicious, and the bacon is not even worth mentioning. Soma, yours has a rare freshness, but it captivates you with its pure smell, and it is also delicious. Issei, is this the dish you're making? Soma, maybe, depending, but going to a cooking academy, I imagine something like. Issei, yes, sometimes I too. Issei and Soma were making delicious and disgusting patties until bedtime. With the others you laugh. Issei house. Issei's mother was drinking tea. Along with the entire Gremry group. Mother, so you want Asia to live with us? You laugh, yes, if it's not too much trouble, of course. Mother, we must not only clean the guest room. Rias, thank you, mother. Father, dinner is ready. He arrived where everyone was. Mother, although I must say that it is a shame if Issei stays in that school, I will miss his company and food very much. Rio, you're not making an idiot of me. You're going to miss his food more than him. Mother, how do you believe that? Rio sighed. Rias, and when are you coming back? Father, the exam is tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow afternoon they will send you a letter to inform you if they accepted you or not. Rio, well, let's hope for the best. Kiba, and what is the best for you? Rio, well, I don't know the truth, and about Asia, when can she come to live with us? Mother, well, could you and your father clean the room tomorrow and have him stay in Issei's room or yours today? Rio, Issei is not going to stay there. Mother, if it's true, Issei won't be bothered. Everyone was about to leave. Rias, thanks for everything. Asia was with Rio and his parents. Mother, no thanks to you, laughs, and I always wanted to have a daughter. Goodbye, laughs. The next day, Soma and Issei were in a large kitchen room. Murmurs could be heard due to who was in front of them. Issei found the blonde-haired girl cute. Soma/Issei, hey, there are other conditions for the dish. Both were amazed. Irina, someone is accepting my challenge. There was a slight silence. Irina, as long as she has an egg, she can do whatever she wants, but she is safe. Soma put his hand on Irina's shoulder. Soma AAA, that relieved, I thought there was trouble before I started cooking. Irina stared at Soma's hand. Hisako, go away. You don't know who she is? Issei saw something that caught his attention. Soma, who? Hisako is the member of the best chefs who make the decisions. Nakiri, Irina-sama. Issei, woo, Soma, these are top-notch utensils. Soma is true. Irina/Hisako, don't ignore us. Issei, Irina, I'll ask you again, are you sure you want to take the test? Issei, well, he threw the knife into the air, making it spin several times. It just has to taste good, right? Surprising Hisako. Soma caught the knife. Of course we will. Irina, these guys. Hisako, Irina-sama. Irina, Yukihira, Soma, and Hayato, Issei. Soma was looking at an egg. Irina, this Soma guy has a dining room. It seems that they are very good friends. Maybe this Issei guy cooked with him. They don't know my nobility. It's clear that they are just dogs that don't know about gourmet food. I imagine Soma and Issei as dogs biting a gem each. Irina, if you plan to go that far, then I will try your cooking. Soma, it will be a pleasure to assist you. Soma put on his blindfold and Issei his league. Issei, wait a bit, Examiner Nakiri. Issei is seen turning on the stove and putting water in it. Soma was cutting something green. Hisako, eggs are fundamental in Japanese and Western cuisine. Irina-sama tests egg dishes by professionals daily. What kind of dish will they make? Nakiri seems to be using scrambled eggs, although I don't know what the other one will do. A few orgasms later. Issei, and well, what did you think? Soma, Yukihira's dishes. Delicious or disgusting answers? Irina, they are. Soma, huh? Irina, they are disgusting. Issei/Soma, what? Some time later. Irina, how dare you speak like that to the great Nakiri, Irina? It's unforgivable. He is hitting the wall and then falling down while holding his hand. Irina, Hayato, Issei. Yukihira, Soma, Tatsuki Academy doesn't need people like you. Irina is seen talking on the phone. Irina, hello? I'm Irina, informing my grandfather, the director, that no one passed by. Issei is seen looking at Soma in shock and with a gloomy look. Hours later. Issei, what a Tsura girl. Soma, don't even mention it. Issei, what will you tell your dad? Soma, I'll see. Issei said goodbye to Soma and left. Tatsuki Academy. An old man was arriving where there were two dishes and he tried both of them to start laughing. Old man, he ha ha ha. The man uncovered his chest. This one squeezes some papers. Issei was going on the train with his eyes closed. My skills are basically. Issei, I see, I'll use them at a definitive moment. Neos, tell me, Issei, what are you going to do about the issue of us? Issei changed to a cold look. As long as they don't do anything, I won't do anything. But if it becomes necessary, I will destroy every supernatural being. I already see, huh? Issei, well, I'll leave you. I'll sleep for a while until I get home. Neos, tomorrow is Saturday. Issei, yes, but I want to sleep, I want to forget that girl. Neos, I see. Issei, hey, if I use you, can I breathe in outer space? Neos I really don't know. Issei said goodbye and slept. Hours later. Issei was arriving at his house. He opened the door to enter. He arrived at his room and fell on the bed but felt like his face was between two very comfortable things. This one fell asleep sooner. Asia got up a little to see how Issei was sleeping on her thighs. Asia, Issei-san? Said Red. Damn, now how do I get rid of it without waking up? 32 minutes later. Rio, hello Asia, how did you sleep? Asia, well, hey, what time does Issei-san arrive? Rio, he's already arrived. Well, he must have arrived when we were sleeping. Asia, I see. Rio, well, I'll ask him that in the afternoon. Late Issei was still asleep. He frowned, yawned, and stood up. Rio knocked on the door. Issei, hello? Rio, can I talk to you? Issei, yes. Rio, Issei, what I'm about to ask you is of utmost importance. Issei, what's wrong? Rio, have you hidden something from me? Issei, well, yes. Rio, Issei, the day you asked me if Rias-san was here, I lied to you if I was here. Rio, I see, is that all? Issei, yes, because. Rio sighed. Issei, what's wrong? Rio, Issei, you believe in the supernatural. Issei, no, but I'm a fan of Norse and Egyptian mythology. Rio, Issei, I am a demon. Issei, what? Rio showed his wings. Issei, I see. Rio, what's up? Issei, we have known each other since we were born, Rio, and I know I can trust you more than anyone, but you must promise me that you will not tell anyone, especially Rias-san. Rio, what is it? Issei took out the phoenix wings. I imagine they already told you about my sacred gear then. Rio, so it was true. Issei. J. Rio is okay, I won't say anything, but hey, do you think you can help us? Some time later. Rio and Issei were going down. Mother, are you here yet? Issei, yes. Mother, do you think you'll stay in school? Issei, I don't think so. Mother, huh? Issei, there were some complicated things he remembered, Arena. Mother, I see, let's hope everything goes well then, Issei. Issei, yes. Mother, come to breakfast. Asia was setting the table. Mother, Issei, we must tell you something. Issei, yes. Some time later. Issei, I see, well, it's nice to have you here. Asia, thanks. Hours later, the hidden club. Laughter and good things happened. Rio, no, Issei is not. You're laughing at that? Rio may have a sacred gear but not the hero. Rias, I see, that's good. Issei shouldn't get involved in these issues. Akeno and how she did on her exam. Rio, we don't know yet, it will be soon. Rias, what I know now is what to do about the razor offer. Akeno may not sound so good, but what she said at the end is true. Rias is well decided. Kaneko was behind Rio. Will Rio send his response already? Rias, no, if I do it the mouse gain would be before he will do it a day before. Akeno, then we must train. Rias, do you think we should unite Issei? All Issei? Rias Edo said that I could call it that way. But he didn't encourage me to do it. Rio seems suspicious, doesn't it seem to you? All very suspicious. Rias. Akeno, if you like Issei-kun, at least pretend. With Issei. This one was on the rooftop watching the landscape. Issei, so the leaders suspect me. Neos, I think it's just a matter of time. Issei, of what? Neos, to send to kill or capture you. Issei, what do you recommend to me? Elemental heroes can be knocked out or killed. Heroes of destiny that unconsciously or that nothing kill them. Issei sighed, I'll see what to do, they don't help me much anymore, let's say. Issei's heard someone enter. It was Rias. Moments before. Rio/Akeno/Kaneko/Kiba were pushing Rias. Did you guys wait, it's still early for that. Akeno, what you are saying is a good opportunity. Rio, don't be shy, President Rias. Kiba, yes, I know where it is. Kaneko is for your own good. Asia does not believe that they are being pressured. They arrived where Issei was. Kiba is here. Kaneko opened the door. Rias, wait. But they threw it away. And closed the door. Laugh at those idiots. He saw that Issei was confused and blushed a little. Issei eto Rias-san that needs. Rias eto, well, I wanted to ask you something. Meant let's go, how difficult can it be? Everyone is going to say it. Rias approached Issei. Issei became more nervous. Rias, tell me, Issei, you don't want. Everybody, oh. Rias want to go on a date with me. Issei meant things are getting complicated for me. Issei, yes, I would like. Rias smiled happily. Issei, what day do you want it to be? Rias, what do you think of Saturday? Issei, that seems fine to me. Rias, then we'll see each other until Saturday she's gone. Issei saw the landscape again. With estuaries. Akeno, well done, Rias. Laugh AAA, I don't want these things to make me nervous, boy. Everyone, now let's start your date plan. You're laughing right now? With Issei. Issei and I were thinking of avoiding Rias-san. Captain, look on the bright side, you may not be a virgin soon. Issei, I don't think being a virgin is something to laugh about, right? Some heroes, ha 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 ha. Issei sighed to leave. Advance. Issei was talking to some kids when a teacher arrived. Teacher Issei-kun, can you help me? Issei, yes. It seems like there is no one, see this pulls it. Soma, they accepted me already. Issei apparently also. Soma, see you in Tatsuki. Hero Issei. It's been 5 days since Rias asked Issei out on a date. Issei was cooking French food that Juichiro taught him. Issei eto Asia-san, pass me the cabbage. Asia, yes, sure. This one passed the cabbage to Issei. Issei looked at his notebook and the French cooking book. Issei wraps the ingredients in cabbage and then steams them. Issei will now adjust the plate with my notes. Some time later. The whole family was at the table. Issei arrived with the dishes. Mother, what did you prepare, Issei? Issei is a dish from domestic cuisine in France and is called, but everyone tried it before it was finished. When everyone tried them, their mind went blank. Asia hugged her body. Moaned. Mother, Father, Rio is wonderful. Issei also tried it, he still needs a lot. Rio, are you not satisfied? Issei didn't want it to be even more delicious. When I heard a knock on the door and the mail arrived. And Soma marked him. Issei, should I answer? Hello? Soma, hello, hey, you also received the letter. Issei, letter? Soma, just arrived to me. Issei went to the mail. And saw that there was a letter from Tatsuki. He opened it right away. Issei, dear young Hayato, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted into Tatsuki College. Soma, what happened? Issei, maybe the girl liked the food but she didn't want to say it. Soma, is it tsundere like you said? Issei, we must celebrate. Soma, yes, but you are very far away. Issei, if you want we can do it a day before going to the opening. Soma, well, prepare my best vomit-inducing dishes. Issei, I want to see that already. Soma, see you. Time later. Rio and Asia went their separate ways. Issei was wearing his headphones. In his mind, Issei sang in one or another hero. The girls looked at Issei a little blushed. Boy, did you hear Rias-senpai invite Hayato Issei on a date? Issei didn't know what the boys were saying. After recess, many girls were seen running to another classroom. Issei took out the plate he made in the morning, turned the music on again and cut a piece to eat. A smell filled the room. The girls were delighted when they saw the plate. Issei savored the dish as I thought he was still missing this one. He takes out his notebook and crosses out a word. Girls, what are you eating? Issei eto is a cho farsi. Girls, chwakarsa what? Issei no cho farsi. Girl, that's it? Issei is French food. Girls, huh? You know how to cook French food? Issei, you can say. Girl, would you give us a bite? Issei, yes, it's okay. This one gave them the fork. Girl, too, hey, that's a. The girl tried the cho farsi, the girl moaned. But he covered his mouth. Issei smiled. Moments later. Girl, it's amazing, I got a great taste of that, she said with some blush. Issei thanks the girls left him a quarter of the cho farsal. Mind at least enough left to continue experimenting. Girl, thanks, these are gone. Issei took out a book and his notebook to start writing. Issei is delicious, but it doesn't come close to the sensation that those who have tried Chef Shinomiya's food say. Maybe if I replace some vegetables that match the other ingredients it would work. Maybe I overcooked it a little. I should reduce the time a little. Started reading the French food book. All the boys were jealous of Issei. He was desired by many girls, and they found out that among them were Rias Gremory. It took a while for the bell to ring. Issei put away his book and notebook. Time after class leaves. Master Issei-kun? Guys, oh, the teacher. Teacher, I need you to help me with something. Issei, yes. Teacher's lounge time. Teacher, it seems that there is no one, let's go in. Issei entered, seeing that there was no one, just a mountain of papers. Issei, Edo, for what did you need my help? Teacher, I know you don't have a club, so I thought you could help me with these papers today. Issei. 1 hour later. Issei was going to the occult club. Inside. Akeno is delicious, it has a great flavor that melts in my mouth. Kiba is right, the dish is incredible. Kaneko, what else does your brother know how to do? Asia feels a light touch of kindness in its food. Rias came out of the bathroom with her hair up. What do you think? Akeno, you look good, but I think you look better with your hair down. Rias let her hair down. Rias, tell me, Rio, don't you know how Issei likes girls' hair? Rio, Issei doesn't really notice that, but if he had to choose it would be 2 ways. Loose or in a ponytail. Akeno smiled a little. They knocked on the door. Laughs ahead. Issei entered, leaving the others surprised. Rio, what's up? Issei, I brought you this that the teacher sent you, and if you can go get these vegetables later. Rio, yes, I don't care, but why can't you? Issei, I want to experiment with the dish I made, that's why I'm asking you. Rio, yes, it's okay. Issei saw Rias. Rias said, oh well, it's good that you arrived now. Tell me, Issei-kun, what time do we see each other tomorrow? Issei, then whenever you want, Rias-san. Rias, do you think at 11? Issei is okay. Issei left. Rio, President Rias is very red. Kaneko, and your brother was too. Rio, there is love. Rias, well, starting on Monday we will start training. All yes. Issei, well, I need to go buy some things too. Sometime later. Rio, see you tomorrow. Asia, Edo, Issei-san told me to give this to you. Issei, note. If you want, you can bring the others, it would help me improve the dish. Rio, what do you guys say? Kiba, I'm sorry, I already have contracts. Akeno, I would like to go. I don't know about Rias. Kaneko, I also have contracts today. Sometime later. Rio, ready. Let's go to the house. Sometime later. Issei was chopping a lot of vegetables. Mother, what are you doing? Issei, what I did in the morning, cho farsi. Mother, Eto, they are going to some colleagues at work, I hope you don't mind. Issei, isn't your junior? Mother, if they knocked on the door. The mother opened the door, revealing a love scene. Mother, come in. Man, with permission. Woman, sorry for the intrusion. The mother closed when they knocked again. Mother, you arrived too. The man was scared to see who it was. Woman too, so it was true that they were dating. Men, yes, Himiko and I are dating. Mother, well, leave that, we're going to the living room. Issei, I will start cooking while the others arrive. Minutes later. Issei put the cabbage to cook when they arrived. Rias, Rio, Asia, and Akeno. Mother, did you go get ingredients? Rio, Issei asked me for them. Issei, how good that you arrived on time. He takes the ingredients and goes quickly to the kitchen. Rio, we will be in my room. Mother, why don't they stay here? The man looked at Rias and Akeno with a lustful look. Himiko punched him in the stomach. Mother helps Issei. Rio, I don't think it's necessary, and you know it. The sound of ingredients being chopped was heard. Himiko, annoyed, said she was going to the kitchen. The man sighed. Rio, hey, I know you're nothing like me, but don't look at girls with lust if you're with your girlfriend. Akeno looked at him with a cold gaze. And they left. Issei looked at his notes. Instead of pork, I think I'll use chicken, but he saw Himiko sit down to watch. Himiko, you don't mind me seeing you? Issei, no. They started practicing. Issei, huh? So that's what happens if you have your doubts. Why don't you finish it? Himiko, because I don't know if anyone else notices me. Issei, hee. It's a joke, right? Himiko, do you look like you're joking? Issei, yeah, well, I think you're exaggerating. Well, if we were the same age, I would have already declared myself. Himiko, really? Issei wrapped the ingredients in the cabbage. Issei, yes. Some time later. Issei closed the hole and sat down to wait. Himiko, I will go with the others. Issei, yes. Himiko, what a strange boy. Issei closed his eyes to wait. Man, do you have any idea what your son is preparing? Sorry for doubting, but does he really know how to cook? Mother, you will be delighted. Rio felt a slight smell. Himiko sat next to Rias and Akeno. Everyone continued talking calmly when Issei spoke. Issei is ready now, you can start taking a seat. The man expected Risa or Akeno to sit next to him, but it was not like that. Issei, ready, here is the cho farsi. Rio, this one looks a little different. Issei, I add the bacon and pepper as decoration. Father arrived. Father, I'm sorry for the delay. Mother, you didn't arrive on time. Issei brought dinner. Father, well then I will have dinner now. Issei, well, I'll go get mine and we can eat. Issei went for his plate and came back. Thank you all for the food. Everyone ate. But Issei's mother's companions were left blank. Himiko, what is this? I have never eaten something like this. Mother, is French food. I heard them talking about it, and Issei said that this week he would be cooking French food. Man, where did you learn to cook French food? Issei. Man, hey. Mother, shhh, wait. Issei gritted his teeth. Something is still missing. Himiko, eh? What do you say? It's delicious. Issei, yes, but it's not what I'm looking for. Hey Rio, do you want my plate? Rio, huh? Issei, I want to keep experimenting. Mother, Issei at least has a good dinner. Issei, agree. And about what you asked, I have a cooking teacher, and while reading recipe books. Man, I see. Issei finished and went to the living room to get his things. Rias saw that, and as soon as she finished, she went with him. Father, hey, I saw that Rias-san is interested in Issei, or is it my imagination? Nobody said anything. Issei the chicken gave it a better flavor, but Rias put her hands on Issei's shoulders. Bu. Issei, you scare me. What are you laughing at? Issei, I see that you can improve this dish, but I still can't find what I'm looking for. Rias, I think you should relax a little. Come on, let's go to your room, I'll give you a massage. Issei, huh? Rias took Issei's hand and pulled him. Some time later. Himiko, tell your son thank you for the food. Man, yes. Woman, too, see you on Monday. Akeno, I think I should go too, but where will you be? Rias. Asia. Now that you mention it, where is Issei-san? With Issei. Issei is in his bed seriously. Rias was on top of his back giving him a massage. Issei didn't know you could give such good massages. Rias, thanks, is on the back. Issei makes me want to sleep. Rias, you sure had accumulated stress. Issei, yes, I guess so. Rias cleverly got up from Issei's back. Issei, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, can I ask you something? Issei, yes, sure. Rias, what do you want to do tomorrow? Issei, if you like, we can go to the movies or something you want. Rias. Issei, we'll think of something. Someone knocked on the door. Mother, here I was, Rias-chan, am I interrupting something? Issei, no. Mother, well then Rias-chan, do you want to stay? You laugh, huh? Mother, it's already late, and I can't let pretty girls walk the streets alone. Issei, Mom? Mother can stay with Asia in her room. Rias, well, let me ask Akeno. Minutes later. Akeno, if it's not too much trouble, I would love to stay here with you. Mother, well then, let's go to sleep. Hours later. 2 in the morning. Akeno, Rias, and Asia were sleeping hugging each other. Rios slept peacefully, as did his parents. Issei, this one was awake. Neos, and that is the situation. Issei has sent a spy from each mythology to look for me. Phoenix was obvious, don't you think? They would look for you as soon as they felt our energy. Issei, yes, I already saw. So you say you're going to kill them or what? Issei, sounds easy, but I don't like the idea of killing a person. When sometimes there are no options. Issei, we are the creators of our decisions and actions, whether beneficial or tragic. Issei stood up to go down. With Akeno. Akeno was dreaming. Mother, she is my daughter and his. Akeno, Mom. Akeno woke up. She gets up and leaves the room. When she left, she saw Issei. Issei, mind. Issei, still, it's crazy, I don't know if I can do it, I'm just a normal boy. Avian, no, you are no longer Issei. Issei, well, you know what I mean. Issei took a sip of water and turned around to see Akeno. She looked like a ghost from a horror movie because she was wearing a pajama and her hair was covering her eyes. Issei, what a scare that senpai gave me. Akeno lunged forward and hugged. Issei, wow, senpai? Akeno had her face on Issei's chest. Issei became worried and hugged her. Yeah? Akeno was shocked. What was that? I felt a slight warmth that I had never felt before. Some time later. Issei rested. They both went into the room where they were. She stood there waiting for 15 minutes to go to Issei's room. When he entered, he locked the door and saw that Issei was asleep again. She came over and got into bed to hug him. She started to fall asleep. The next day, Issei woke up but felt that something was warm. He didn't pay attention to it and continued sleeping in this hug something. Hours later. Rias, well, I have to go now. Mother, be careful. Rias, yes. Mother, go and wake up your brother. We don't want him to leave Rias-chan standing there. Rio, yes. Rio knocked on the door. Hey, wake up, your date with the president is in 2 hours. Issei, yes, this hug to Akeno tighter, but he realized. Rio left. Issei, what, why is he here? Akeno, good morning XD. Issei, what's going on here? Akeno, don't ask, just enjoy it. She gives Issei a kiss on the cheek. Issei understood that she was playing with him. His face changed to a serious one. What is Akeno-senpai planning? If it's a joke, it's not funny, rather. Akeno, exciting? Issei, I guess so. Akeno, today is your date with Rias. If Rias doesn't want to go further with you, I would like to. Issei, how cute. Akeno. Issei, because out of nowhere he treats me differently. Akeno, it's because I like you, Issei-kun. Issei, shocked, Edo, wait a minute. Akeno smiled. Issei was in total shock. Akeno, it was a joke. This one got up. Well, you felt this would be gold when I tell the others this one ran away. Issei got up. I will never trust anyone again. Neo/plasma, and so Issei's heart hardened a little. Issei sighed to check the time and see that in an hour and a half he had to be at the station. This one got ready. Other side. Razor, make sure you ruin that date at all costs, and don't fail me. All if Razor-sama. Razor, and if necessary, teach that boy a lesson not to mess with another man's wife. Time after train station. Issei had his headphones. He is wearing jeans and a backpack and a red shirt. Phone. Issei, How I wish I had a lightsaber. Bright-winged, we have one, but we will teach you how to use it later. Issei, well, he saw how Rias was arriving. Issei swallowed lightly. To the other side. Rio, it looks like it's going to rain, he said, watching as the sky began to darken. Akeno, I recommended something that would drive Issei-kun crazy, but not that much. Rias. Kaneko is attracting the attention of all men. Kiba, let's see what kind of date they will have. Rias, did I make you wait? Issei, not at all. Laugh, how do I look? Issei, you look very pretty. Akeno squeezed the soda she had. Thank you very much. Issei, we're leaving. Boy, how did he get it? I want one like that too. Boy 2, why don't I have one like that? I'm more handsome than him. Boy 3, haha, if it were like that you would have one. With Issei. Issei, what do you want to do? Rias, do you want to watch a scary movie? Issei, I would like. They both went to the cinema. Rias, 2 tickets please. Employee, if they would be yen. Issei, we ordered 2 tickets. Employee, yes, but today there is a discount for couples. They are a couple, right? Issei and Rias blushed. Employee, right? Rias, yes, we are a couple, but it is our first date. Issei laughed nervously. Employee, here, have your tickets, enjoy the movie. Time later. Issei and Rias were sitting waiting for the movie to start. I remember giving him popcorn in his mouth, said Akeno. Rias, Issei, do you want? Issei, if he was about to take one, but Rias gave Issei popcorn in the mouth. The movie starts. Time. Issei and Rias left the cinema and started to look at things like clothes and books. Rias bought Issei a jacket. Issei tried to refuse, but Rias convinced him. Neos, Issei, concentrate some of my power in your left hand. I will try to make a bracelet that will heal it and give it enough energy to finish off a supreme class demon. Issei, okay. He began to concentrate his power. Some time later it started to rain. Damn, I didn't bring an umbrella. Issei, me except this one saw the sweatshirt. Rio and the others had a raincoat. Akeno raise. Rio, this is bad. Issei saw what he bought and took out the leather sweatshirt. He put it on top so they would get less wet. Rias, she hugged Issei so that they could be closer together and not be cold. Issei lightly looked at Rias's breasts. Other side. Yubilana, not even a rain could stop them from doing something romantic. Razor, leave those 2 alone. When you 2 separate, hit the boy until it's clear to him that he shouldn't mess with what belongs to me. Yubilana, yes sir. Issei, let's go, we have to get to that place. They came to a small bridge. Issei and Rias went under this where the rain didn't reach them. How cold it is. Issei smiled and put the jacket on this one. Thank you very much. Issei saw that the storm wouldn't stop anytime soon. Rias saw Issei. He was serious and calm. She approached Issei to share the jacket with him and put her head on his shoulder. Some time later. The rain had stopped. Issei took Rias to the train, and they waited for his train. Rias's arrived sooner. Rias, I'll see you on Monday. Issei, yes. The train left. Rias saw someone who was known for something that bothered her. Issei felt like he was being watched. Neos, you are followed by a group of demons. Issei did leave the station. Moments later, Issei arrived at an alley. Issei, get out of there. The girls went out. Wow, he's a very problematic boy. Issei, what do you want? Yubilana, we have orders to show you your place and not to have you with our master's fiancé. Issei, AAA, these are the pieces of that raider. Yubilana, Razor-sama, useless human. Issei changed his gaze to a cold one. Well, you won't change your mind, right? Yubilana, I don't think we should worry about someone like you. Issei, I see. All. I think it would be easier to kill him. Yes, I think it would be better. Yubilana, then that will be it. Issei, so it will be. They all launched a fire attack. Issei took out his wings. Yubilana, well, let's go now. Footsteps were heard from the fire. Issei just made a huge mistake. Yugioh stepped back. The Phoenix hero can't be you are. Issei yes, and now that they know I can't allow them to leave alive now. Yugioh all training. Issei disappeared and appeared. Blood was seen in the rain water. He stood there watching the scene and then left the place. Rias and the others came running. When they stopped, they were stunned except for Rio. Rias saw that the razor pieces were unconscious. Rias, what the heck happened here? But where is Issei? She said, worried. With Issei, he reached his sack to take off his wet clothes. Minutes later, Issei was going down when the entire hidden club came running. Rio, Issei. You laugh. Akeno, Issei-kun. Kiba, Hayada-san. Issei, what's wrong? Rias shed a few light tears and ran to him. Issei received the hug. Rias thought that. Issei, what? Rias, nothing. 3 weeks later. Issei had a backpack with his clothes. Rio, are you leaving now? Issei, yes, it's time. Rio, come on your vacation. Issei, of course. He took his things to leave. Outside were Rias, Akeno, Asia, Kaneko, and Kiba. Issei, well, here we say goodbye for now. Kiba shook hands with Issei. Asia, be very careful. Issei, yes. Kaneko learns to prepare many sweets. Issei, yes. Akeno, we will miss you. Issei, and I to you. Rias, don't even think about doing crazy things. Issei gave them a group hug. He went out and took out his wings. Avian. To fly away, everyone, goodbye. Issei, it will be fun to see that Irina's face when she sees me. Some time later. Issei was arriving at Soma City. Issei, I think this is okay, I think I'll walk now. This one descended without anyone seeing it. Issei started walking. Nios, don't you think you should have killed that group of girls? Issei, according to Rio, said that there will be no problem. Their memory was erased, and I think I need something to hide my identity. Something like a hood, I don't know. Plasma, well, we'll see what we can get you. Issei took out a light green aura and increased his speed. Darling. Gabriel is moving, his power increases as he moves. Raphael, it is a tremendous power. Angel, why don't we move, ma'am? Gabriel, no matter what we do, he will move much faster. Raphael, by the time we get to where he is, he will have moved even further, and even if we tried to follow him, he would lose us quickly, and there is a risk of death. Gabriel, it's a matter of waiting. Nordic faction. Odin J is incredible, every second you feel how his power increases. Loki, the power he is releasing now is approaching mine, he gritted his teeth while clenching his fists. Thor, and not only that, the more time passes, the more power he feels he increases. Fallen angels. So what cities are in the direction you are going? Penemu, there are many in itself. Azazel, keep watching the map, as soon as the power disappears send people to recruit the hero. Underworld. Old man, his power does not stop increasing. Cornflower 2, we told you to look for the boy instantly, he is getting used to the power of the heroes. Surzex, what kind of guy is he? If he is Rio-san's brother, how did he increase his power so much in such a short time? All mythologies were attentive to the power of Issei. Issei, tell me, do you really think that by using your power I will become stronger? Neos, partly yes, but you are just getting used to using our powers. Your power will depend on the training. Issei sighed and saw the city where Soma lived. Arrived and descended. When his power disappeared, everyone set out. The next day, Issei peeked through a curtain. Wow, there are a lot of people here. Soma is true. Issei, well, let's see what happens after this, friend. Soma, being honest, the only one who will fight me here will be you. Issei, I guess. A large number of students are seen forming long lines. Now the best student of her generation, Nikiri Irina. A yes was heard. Boy A, Irina-sama. Boy 2 as exquisite as ever. Boy 3 is beautiful and the best in class. Boy is perfection personified. Guy 2 would die happy if he could have a date with her. Boy 3 idiot, be careful what you say, you might get expelled. You can see how they give a medal to Irina. Boy, she's the granddaughter of the leader of the culinary industry mafia. Irina left. Boy 2, even though that is the case. Now we welcome the first speaker, the director of the Tatsuki Academy. All the boys were in shock. Nakiri Senzaman-sama. Senzaman opened his eyes, scaring the boys. Guys, it's scary. Boy 4 has the entire academy, not the entire culinary world of Japan, at his feet. He is the greatest gastronome of all. Boy, calling him a mobster would be an understatement. He's the devil of food. Senzaman, good morning. I congratulate you for entering the high school division. All the students had their mouths open. Senzamani, during her 3 years in the high school division, gained basic cooking skills and deepened her knowledge of each ingredient. In addition to gaining practical experience, she also had classes in culinary theory, nutrition, public health, basic agronomy, and administration. And now she is at the doors of the high school division. In the challenges ahead, it is not your skills and knowledge that matter, but your means to survive as food professionals. 99% of you will be sacrificed to finish polishing the other 1%. I point to all the students. Many were scared. I call them sacrifice. What a speech, huh, Oni-chan? Yes, you're right. A scared blue-haired girl is seen. Senzaman, of the 812 students who entered the high school division last year, only 76 managed to pass to the second year. Incompetence and mediocrity will be eradicated from our student body. The 1,000 first-year students will become 100 in the second year, and those who manage to graduate can be counted on the fingers of one hand. Aspire to remain in that handful of professionals. It's up to you. All the students were excited. Senzaman honed his skills. All the students are seen with a smile. Senzaman, that's all. Nakiri is seen sitting with her legs crossed. Irina, this academy owes its reputation to the great competition between its students, allowing the best to graduate. Those who manage to graduate have guaranteed stardom for life. But I feel sorry for those in my generation, because they are destined to fight for second place from the moment they were born. The peaks of the Tatsuki Academy and the Japanese culinary world belong to me, Nakiri, Irina. And finally, we would like to introduce the only students who transferred this year. Irina, other students entered thanks to another exam? I imagine Issei and Soma. Irina, Yukihira, Soma, Hayato, Issei. I remember the feeling I felt when I tasted their dishes. Irina, just remembering them makes my blood boil. Well, what does it matter, but what does it matter? Soma, it's a little awkward to talk to you from here, hehe. Irina, I will never see them again. Soma, hehe. What does it matter, just be fast. Soma, then I'll be brief. Irina, Add a few words. Area AAA. Soma, Eto, I am Yukihira Soma. To tell the truth, this academy is nothing more than a stepping stone for me. The students were confused, others were surprised, and others were upset. Soma, I don't think I'll lose against those who have never served customers. Anyway, what I'm going to say now is that I become the best. Issei laughed nervously. Everyone was in shock and upset. Issei, well, I was going to say something similar, but Edo Hayato Issei already won me over, that's all. Soma / Issei, let's get along these 3 years. All cursed, unhappy, we will kill them. They began to throw things at them. Soma arrived where Nakiri was. Issei, well, I managed. Soma, oh, you're the one from the exam. Issei, was Nakiri right? Irina gritted her teeth. Soma was very nervous. How did I say anything weird? Issei. Irina, who cares about that? Issei-kun, Yukihira-kun, why are you here? Issei, huh? Why wouldn't you come if they didn't give you this acceptance letter? They both took out their cards. Irina, how? Issei, what a scare you gave us. You said it was disgusting. If you liked it, you should say so. Irina, no, that's not true. I know I rejected them. There was a slight silence. Irina, just so you're clear, I don't approve of you or your food. Issei, Irina, you will be the best, don't joke, All of us here have been in the kitchen since high school. We have also studied molecular cuisine. Outsiders like you have no idea how to beat us. Issei, so 3 years in high school, huh? Irina Nanny. Soma, I held my first kitchen knife at the age of 3 and started cooking with Issei at the age of 6. You could say we've been in the kitchen for over 10 years. Irina. Soma/Issei, let's not let you despise our food, you'll see, we'll make you say that our food is delicious. Occult Club. Rias, we are going to win this, my lovely servants. All yes. Advance. Soma, do you want to try my new recipe as a token of friendship? I would like. Soma 10. Huh. Edo. Soma is squid with honey. Devil. Old man is very young. Old man too well, it's time to recruit him to serve us. SrabrazosxD knew it. Issei, if you fell in love with Soma, you should tell him that it is the worst that can happen. Irina, what the heck are you? New problems. Current events show a girl in a chair depressed. I give up, I'm sure I'm first on the list of sacrifices. I got the worst grade on the high school entrance exam, it should only be a matter of time, right? I can't give up. I must meet the expectations of the others in the town, even if I have to pass by scraping. I'll keep a low profile and avoid attracting the attention of the new kids. Well, I'll avoid the new kids no matter what. Man, we will separate them into different classes and they will start cooking immediately. The students are seen upset. Man, today you will work in pairs. Understood? Soma was whistling and turned around and saw the girl next to him. Oh, nice to meet you. Why? Some time later. Soma, the last time I cooked in class was in home economics. Student, look at it. Student 2, yes. Student 4, he is the conceited one at the opening ceremony. Student 3, much ado about nothing. Issei, Eto, you are Alice-san, true? Alice, yes. Issei, why are you so nervous? With Soma. Soma, Eto, Tadakoro-san, true, why do you write the kanji for a person on your hand? Tadakoro, it's to keep me from getting nervous. Soma, nervous why? Tadakoro, oh, if they give me an E again I'll be expelled. Soma, wow, I heard it was an elite school, but there are also people like you. A big arrow with the word people like you pierced Tadakoro's heart. Tadakoro, and I wanted to keep a low profile to survive, they had to pair me up with him. Soma, well, my name is Yukihiro Soma, you can call me Soma, nice to meet you. Tadakoro, oh, nice to meet you. The others are staring at me, have they noticed? The teacher arrived. Teacher, good morning, young learners. Issei, apprentices? Alice, apprentices. All good morning. With Soma. Tadakoro, it's Roland Chappelle-sensei. Chappelle, they have the duty to create an appetizing dish as soon as they set foot in the kitchen. Neither their experience nor their status will save them from this duty. In my class, any dish that does not deserve an A will be graded with an E. Remember that. Tadakoro turned pale because of that. Tadakoro, could I have worse luck? I can't believe my first class is with Chappelle-sensei. Soma, that teacher is a little scary. Tadakoro, he is known in Tatsuki for being very strict with his grades. Last year he gave 50 students an E and 18 of them were expelled. His nickname is the chef who never smiles. Soma, huh? Chappelle, the dish on the menu today is bœuf bourguignon. You could say that it is a staple in French cuisine, but I wrote the recipe on the board anyway. You have 2 hours to prepare it. Present your dishes when you are done. Well, let's get started. Well, begins a queer. Issei, good to work. Alicia, here you do this and I'll do this. Issei, I saw the tasks, okay, it's easy. Alice, then let's start cooking. Issei saw how Soma's partner had a depressive aura. This was to his work area. Alicia, I brought the ingredients, let's start. Issei began to cut the mushrooms quickly into 4 to continue with the onion and the other ingredients. Alice was a little surprised. Issei, when I finish cutting them, I put them in a pan with butter to start moving them every 20 seconds. Alicia, Hayato-san, I already have everything here. How are you? Issei, ready. He gave the pan with the ingredients to Alice. Alicia, now we just have to cook everything together over low heat. I'll take care of the pot. Issei, okay, if you need anything, let me know. He closed his eyes as he leaned against the wall next to the window. Neos, well, Issei, what are you planning to do? Issei, the supernatural world is getting out of my hands. If they were to put someone in trouble, I don't know what I'd do. Dogma, look on the bright side of that. Issei, I don't see anything positive about it. Dogma, that's what you say, but you can use our powers and learn to use them. Issei. About 10 minutes passed. He opened his eyes, seeing his very strange companion, who was paying too much attention to the cooking time. With Tattoo. Tadakoro, remove the meat in 39 minutes, remove the meat in 38 minutes. Soma, Tadakoro, look at this. Tatsuo. Soma, they have a lot of spices. Tadakoro, I feel so stupid worrying about it myself. Oh, that's right, I should go get the plate. Alicia, Issei, can you go get the plate? Issei, yes, he went for the plate, but he found Tadakoro. Tadakoro collided with him. The plate was about to fall to the floor. Issei managed to catch it. Issei, almost. Tadakoro, Edo, thanks. Issei, it's nothing, I see that Soma left the work to you alone. Tadakoro, yes, I guess. Issei, sorry, I'm Hayato Issei, but can you call me Issei? Tadakoro, it's a pleasure, Tadakoro Megumi. Issei, well, I'll leave you. A minute later. Issei, here you go. Alice. Good. Time later. Chappelle, they finish very quickly, they are the first. Issei, enjoy it. Issei turned around, seeing how Soma and Tadakoro were working very quickly. Chappelle ate from the plate. He remained silent and took another bite. Alice was surprised to see that she took another bite. Chappelle took another 2 bites. Students, Nanny can't be the one who never takes more than 1 bite. Chappelle was silent to speak. Alice and Hayato have a. Issei and Alice returned to their work area. Issei watched as Soma took a jar of honey and smiled. He already knew what he was going to try. He knew who it was that ruined his dish, but he couldn't help it. It was too late when he realized. Issei, you can Soma. Alice, aren't you worried? Issei, why should I? Alicia, your friend won't be able to finish on time, he has less than 20 minutes left. Issei, you think? Alice saw Issei and Soma's shirts. They had the same phrase, Yukihira dining room. Issei sighed as he spoke to the heroes again. A few minutes passed. Student 1, look at the big mouth, he's working so hard. Student 2, whatever you do, you will get an E. Student 1, yes. Chapel has an A. Students, yes. Chappelle, next team. Student 1, everyone should be finishing up. Student 2, we just need the sauce, let's start serving. Soma, please rate us. Soma, try it. He put the plate. Student 1, it can't be. Chappelle, he looked at the meat to put the fork in and saw that it was quite soft. Tattoo. Chappelle, so soft, and yet still offers resistance. Student 2, Nanny. Student 1, it can't be, they shouldn't have had time to braise it. Chappelle, your team had an accident, right? How did you manage? Soma, we use honey. To rub the meat with honey before braising it, and also add it to the dressing. Chappelle, the peptidases in the honey. Break down the bonds in the proteins. The peptidases did their thing on the meat, and allowed them to tenderize it in the little time they had left. I cut the meat. Tadakoro, but how did you know you could use honey like this? Soma, a long time ago, in a certain cooking book, I read that pineapple juice tenderized meat, but since I didn't really like the idea of saving a pineapple just for that, I started experimenting with other ingredients to see if I could get a similar effect. The shelf life of honey is very long, which makes it more versatile. Tatsuo. Soma, well, you'll understand when you try a bite, Tadokoro 10. Issei looked at the explanation seriously, as did Alice. Tadokoro and Chappelle-sensei ate the meat. Tadokoro, I melt. Chappelle, c'est merveilleux. Tadokoro, ah. Students/Alicia, Chappelle-sensei. She smiled. Everyone was in total shock. Issei, seeing that the boys who tried to ruin Tadokoro's dish were distracted, launched a heat ray that made the meat heat up even more without anyone noticing. Chappelle, Yukihira Tadokoro gave them an A. Tadokoro, AAA. Chapel, but... Tadokoro got scared. Chappelle, I regret that I do not have the authority to give you a higher rating, it is a real shame. Tadokoro smiled. Soma, I wish he would have liked it, he took off his headband. Tatsuo. Student 4, the new kid's kitchen. Student 3, exceeded our grade. Student 1, hey! The sauce is burning. Student 2, wow, this flip, but the salt fell out. Students, A. Some time later. Chapel and E. The students lowered their heads. Soma was saving the honey. Issei, see you outside, Soma. Soma, yes. Tattoo, Soma-kun. Soma, oh, good job. Tadokoro, thanks for today, it was thanks to you that I was able to today. Soma, don't even mention it, let's work hard, Tadokoro. Tadokoro, yes. I may have been paired with someone amazing. Soma, do you want to try my new recipe? Tadokoro, can I? I would like to. Soma, have. Tadokoro, etohei. Soma, squid pickled in honey. Which, he. Other side. Irina is seen walking around her, there were many students. Student, AAA Irina-sama as beautiful as ever. Student 2, I wonder if you are trying new recipes. Student, I would love to try them. A girl arrived. Hisako, Irina-sama, I have bad news. Irina, relax, what's wrong? Hisako, they got the highest score and the best time with Chef Chappelle. I'm talking about those boys, Yukihara Soma and Hayata Issei. Irina got angry about that. An aura covered her, terrifying Hisako. Irina, don't say those names again in my presence. Hisako, yes, I'm sorry. Irina, they are demons that infiltrated my castle. This will not stay like this. I will eliminate them no matter what the cost. Soma, I also have squid with nani butter, I have a lot left over. Do you want some? Tadokoro, now thinking about it, I don't like it. He threw out of time. Late. Issei was on the roof of the school. There were 10 knocked out subjects. Issei, my problem started, but these men are not demons, angels or fallen angels. This one had some light scratches. Neos, they are Nordic soldiers of the god Loki to be exact. Issei sigh. Issei, well, that doesn't matter anymore, now I have to go to the North Star Dormitory. This one saw the leaf. Neos, he read inside Issei's mind just like plasma. Plasma, applicants will have to prepare a dish, and you will only be able to live there if your culinary skills are up to par. Neos, the hostess will judge your dish. Avian, the applicant will use ingredients of his choice. Issei, it's not that difficult a challenge, I guess. Winged, then you will go for ingredients. Issei, yes, I guess. What storm are you thinking of preparing? He took out the storm wings and his clothes changed color. Irina was with Hisako on the way to a car. Irina saw the shadow of something with wings. She looked up at the sky but saw nothing. With Soma. Soma, what the hell is wrong with this academy? It's ridiculously big. Soma, when will I get to the Polar Star residence? It's almost nightfall. I'm exhausted. And it's also cold. Chewing on this piece of squid won't satisfy my hunger. He turned around and saw that there were many buildings. Soma, however, I must say that there are a lot of imposing buildings. I have no idea what they are for, but I am in a rich school, so all the buildings are top-notch. Wow, my dorm might look good too. I want to see it. I wonder if Issei has arrived at the dorm yet. I lost sight of him in the last class. With Issei. Girl, thank you for your purchase. Issei, thank you. This one went to an alley to fly away with the wings of an airplane. Avian, and what are you going to do? Issei, I don't know, I bought more things, I don't know why, but I feel like Soma doesn't have any ingredients. I hope I'm wrong. Some time later. Issei looked at the residence with a drop of sweat on his head. Neos, wow, I've never seen such a creepy place. Issei, I think it could be worse, right? Plasma, SSS, I don't know. Out of nowhere, some crows scared Issei. Issei, okay, let's go in. This one came in watching Soma talking to an old lady. Soma, they didn't tell me anything, I didn't bring any ingredients. Old woman, well, you are disqualified. I won't let you in if you don't show your skills. Soma, then tonight I will have to. Old woman, sleeping outdoors. Soma, not a chance. Old woman, oh, you must be the other student Hayato Issei, right? Soma, Issei. Issei, how I hate being wrong when it comes to you. Soma, hee. Issei, I brought ingredients and some for you too. Soma saw Issei as an angel. Old woman, well, I'm Fumio Maria, I called her that way. Well, now that you're both here and both have ingredients, follow me. They saw the kitchen. Issei, oh. Soma, I must say that compared to the outside, the kitchen is amazing. Issei saw the remaining ingredients. Issei, excuse me, Soma, couldn't you have used those ingredients? Fumio, they were the leftover ingredients that I was going to use to make dinner. Issei and Soma saw the ingredients. Soma, how about we each make a stew? Issei, sounds good to me. Soma, who does it better? Issei, the same old bet, huh? Fumio, what? Issei, well, I accept the bet. Issei put on his garter and put together his band. Soma, Fumio Dano in charge, please wait a bit. They both started cooking. Some time later. Fumio had already tried both stews. Fumio, well, both pass. Both woju. Fumio, respect to whoever made the best stew is. Other side. Tadakoro is seen in the shower. Tadakoro, he made me try so many of his failures and reacting to them left me exhausted. Soma-kun no baka, you treated me like a toy. Tadakoro got into the tub with a sigh of relief. Tadakoro, right, Ducky? You would feel that way too. With Soma and Issei. Fumio, they can very well stay. Soma/Issei, you're welcome. Fumio, choose the room you want, it can be 303 or 72. Soma/Issei, great. Fumio, they showed great flavor in those stews. In addition to that rivalry they have, the entry of those two to the residence will be interesting. Soma, Issei, I'll go take a bath, are you coming? Issei, don't get ahead of yourself, I have some things to leave. Soma, I'll see you later. Issei left. With Issei. Issei, I think I can talk to you now. Meant Issei. Neos, Issei, the men you knocked unconscious, as I said, were Nordic soldiers in the service of the god Loki. Issei, I see these months will be difficult. I hear a girl scream. Issei, huh? With smoke. Fumio, oh right, I forgot to tell you that it was the girl's turn to use the bathroom. With Soma and Tadakoro moments before. Tadakoro, this is the only place I've been able to relax since high school. Fumio-san is a little scary, but here I'm safe from the teachers and Soma-kun. Soma, nothing better than a bath to start. Tadakoro, Soma opened the door. Tattoo. Soma, Tadakoro scream. In the sky. Gabriel, His last presence of energy was here. I point to a map. Raphael, then its possible location will be around these places. Gabriel, how is Onisama? Raphael, it hasn't come out yet, it's the first time it's been like this. Gabriel, I'm not surprised by him and his father. They fought against the heroes. There must be a strategy in mind. With Miguel, this one was in bed. This hill has its eyes. Memory. Miguel, but father, with your powers you can make this sacred gear hero accept any angel. God, son, I should not decide on that. Besides, what good is it if I don't have the keys? Miguel, remember this and don't forget it. A great light hides a great darkness, and a great darkness hides a great light. Present. Miguel, father. In Egypt. Are, so that's what's happening. Set, we should act quickly. Osiris, calm down, brother. Set, don't tell me to calm down. Horus, let's calm down. Set, we must see how to recruit him, or recruit him by force. Horus, I want you to talk to some families and tell them the situation. Kepri, what do you want? Set, tempt the guy with beautiful women, and if you can get them virgins. Horus, yes, but what do virgins have to do with this? Set, believe me, there are many men who prefer them pure. Horus, I understand. In Asgard. Thor, Loki, Odin, Heimdall, and Rosweiss were talking. Thor, Loki understands we must not make the bearer of the sacred gear hero our enemy. Loki, as I said, brother, no one is more worthy of having those powers than me. And if necessary, I and my children will take care of him. Odin, Thor, Heimdall, ha 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 ha. They started laughing at him. Thor, but yes, haha, you couldn't even fight against the elemental hero Avian, ha ha ha. Odin, I agree with Thor, and I must remind you that your children were beaten by them. Loki, you'll see. I didn't want to brag, but I sent my men to capture the bearer. Thor, what did you do? What? Odin, you knew it. Heimdall. Heimdall, no, my lord. Thor, Loki, that's serious. Loki, okay, I sent Fenrir with them, he can't defeat them all. They knocked on the door. Revealing Loki's men and a Fenrir with his ears down, all of them came wounded. Loki, well? He said happily. Man, I'm sorry my lord defeated us. Loki, what? Man too, we don't know how, but I managed to record a little bit. Odin, what happened? You didn't help? Man 3, he attacked first but the boy broke his arm and leg. He showed the video. Loki approached Fenrir and kicked him, causing him to crash into a wall. Odin, hey! Loki, I don't need long useless people. Fenrir is gone. Loki, get out of here all of you. A conversation later. In Kyoto. Man, Yasaka-sama, we have located and identified the bearer of the sacred gear hero. Yasaka, well, show me his face. He showed him a photo of Issei together with Soma. Yasaka, is he the redhead? Man, it's not the one with brown hair. Yasaka, the bearer of the most powerful sacred gear. Man, what do you want us to do, ma'am? Yasaka, nothing for now, let's let things take their time. In the underworld, the Gremry group was preparing for their game in Rat. Rios sighed. Rias saw a photo of her and Issei. You laugh, mind. She imagined her and Issei holding hands. Akeno looked outside. Everything was silent. When out of nowhere Surzek's voice is heard. Surzek, the mouse game will be cancelled, the advisors want to talk to you. Everyone was in total shock. With Issei. Issei was in a room lying on the bed. Issei, despite having only spent a few days, I miss my family. What are they doing? When out of nowhere someone appears. Hey, new guy. Issei. Come on, we'll have a welcome party. Issei, okay. Some time later. Room 205. Issei arrived seeing Soma next to Tadakoro. Soma, oh Issei. Moments later. Issei was talking to a girl with wine red hair. Issei, As so that's what you can do. Ryoko, I was surprised to see you with Yukihira-kun, I didn't think you were friends. Issei, you could say we're childhood friends, by the way. Is it okay if we celebrate in his room? Ryoko, it's okay, Marui complains but then accepts. With Soma. Tattoo mind? Mother, remember Megumi, you must not show your body to anyone. Anyone. Tadakoro, sorry mom, I can't get married anymore. Soma, who would have thought we would be in the same residence? Tadakoro, that's right. Oh. Does that mean you passed on your first try? Soma, well, I'm glad I got it. Tadakoro, you are amazing, almost no one can do it on the first try. Soma, hey, how did it go for you? Tadakoro, well, more or less. I can't tell you, it will take more than 3 months. Ryoko, 10 Yukihira-kun. He started serving her a white drink. Soma smelled it. Soma, oh, why is it so opaque? A 1.8-liter bottle with a handwritten label. Ryoko, it's just rice juice, baby, hee hee. Soma, hey, we won't get into trouble for partying so late. Ryoko, don't worry, we're in the middle of the forest. Soma, but what about the person in charge? Of the residence? Fumio, hey brats. Prepare Buri Daikin. Come get yours. Some time later. Marui had explained about the counselors. Issei, mind I see so Nakiri Arena is one of them. Neos, what a thing. / we're back. Hello Soma-kun, Issei-kun, I welcome you to the North Star residence. My name is Ishiki. A celebration later. Everyone was asleep except for 3 people. Issei felt a presence and stood up. Issei, sorry, I have something to do, I'll be back in a while. He left the residence and went to the forest. Issei arrived at the forest. He crouches down to make something pass over him and crash into the tree. Issei, who is it now? This casts a slight light into the sky, revealing Fenrir. Issei, you're dude again, XD. Fenrir stiffened and prepared to attack, but bent his little paw towards him in pain. Issei, don't tell me that. He relaxed and threw a yellow ball of energy at Fenrir. Fenrir felt relief in his paw, he was surprised. It was the first time someone healed him and treated him well and without fear. Issei approached Fenrir calmly. Fenrir roared. Issei, calm down, calm down. He puts his hand on Fenrir's head to caress it. Fenrir started to wag his tail. Issei, I hurt you defending myself, but not so much that you couldn't walk. What happened? Fenrir. Issei put his hand on Fenrir's head, seeing what happened. Issei, I see, you can't go back without me. Fenrir under his ears. Issei, do you want to be my familiar? Fenrir turned to look at Issei, surprised. Issei took out something and put it in his hand. It was a sausage. Fenrir bit Issei's hand. Issei. Heroes. Fenrir withdrew his mouth, revealing that Issei's hand was fine. Issei, look guys, 5 fingers. Issei caressed Fenrir, making him happy. Issei, well, we must give you a more rude and fearsome appearance. Issei made a magic circle, making a bit of his power go to Fenrir, giving him a new appearance. Issei, that's better, let's see what happens next. Issei left with Fenrir. When he arrived, he saw something that made him sweat a drop. Soma was holding hands with Ishiki senpai, who was half naked. Issei. Issei, am I not seeing wrong? Tadakoro. Tadakoro, no. Moments later, everyone was gone. Soma was sharpening his knives. Ishiki was sheltering Marui. Issei was cleaning the room and putting the trash in a bag. Ishiki, Soma-kun, Issei-kun, as this welcome party makes them official members of the North Star. Soma yawned and Issei continued collecting. Ishiki, if you have any questions, you can ask me, Soma-kun, Issei-kun. Soma, so how do I get into the top 10 advisors? Ishiki was surprised. Everyone fell silent. Ishiki, hee hee, it's true, you want to be the best in the academy, can I ask where so much determination comes from? Soma, the truth is that I am in a kind of competition with my father and Issei, and I want to surpass Issei and earn my father's respect by winning something of that caliber. Issei/Ishiki. Soma, our match today ended in a draw, but if I were to defeat you, would I become the 7th best in Tatsuki? Ishiki, hey, that's wonderful. Your ambition looks wonderful, Soma-kun. Soma, what? Ishiki, you know how much you impress me. This is what all the residents of the North Star should be like. Issei and Soma had a drop of sweat. Soma, sure. Ishiki, but I'll have to leave for now, it's getting late, let's rest a little, guys. Soma, if you are right. Ishiki, you said you would be the best in Tatsuki, those words will weigh on you from now on. I imagine what Issei and Soma said. They will come to understand that in this academy, cooking is absolutely everything. The director of Tatsuki is seen looking at some papers that said Culinary Battle and in the background one of Issei. With Issei. Issei took Fenrir to his room. Issei, choose any part of the room to sleep. Issei got into bed and was about to sleep, but he felt Fenrir get in too and get under his arm. Issei didn't give it any importance and fell asleep. The next day. Soma, Issei, wake up. Issei fell out of bed from the scream. Issei, what's wrong? Soma, today I will take one more step than you. I will become the 7th advisor. Issei, and just for that you woke me up? Soma, I want you to be the judge. Issei, okay, this one got up. Soma, I didn't notice, but where did you get that dog? Issei edohihi. Soma, well, tell me later, let's go. Issei calmly went after him. Some time later. Everyone in the residence looked at Soma somewhat strangely. Soma was sitting in a chair with a big smile, and Issei was sitting with his eyes closed. Next to him was Fenrir. Soma, we had to postpone it yesterday, let's put the 7th place of the 10 counselors at stake. I challenge you, Ishiki-senpai. Silence. The others left. Ishiki turned his head in doubt. Soma did the same. Soma, huh? Issei? Ishiki, I'm sorry, Soma-kun, I didn't explain it well to you. Soma was surprised by what he said. Ishiki talked about the challenges of Tatsuki Academy. Some time later. Ryoko, how cute! All the girls were playing with Fenrir and his face. Fenrir broke free and went with Issei hiding behind the. Issei turned around seeing that Fenrir was moving his tail. Issei mind, he liked that. In Egypt. Horus arrived from seeing what Set told him. Set, so? Horus, I got what you asked for. Set, okay, let's follow the plan. With Issei. Everyone was eating. Ishiki, Academy policies must be followed to resolve your differences. There are many rules. If you wish to challenge me from my spot, you must offer something of equal value. Soma, which would be equivalent to 7th place. Ishiki, if it's about the 7th place, your expulsion wouldn't be enough. Soma, are you serious? Fumio, that's right. The 10 counselors are very valuable. After all, they are the highest decision-making body of the academy. Not even the instructors can discard their decisions. In the past, this residence used to produce many counselors a year. It was the golden age of the North Star. Compared to you guys, you are pathetic. Issei, he says it like we have no chance. Ishiki, well, I could accept your challenge, but I wouldn't want you to have to leave the academy. In short, there will be no cooking duel. Soma, seriously, and I woke up motivated at 5 in the morning. Ryoko, I can't believe you tried to take the 7th place from me. Tadakoro, how reckless. Yuki, maybe I'm just stupid. Issei, but that's not all, right? Ishiki, you are right, there are 3 requirements for an official duel. 1. A referee who certifies the formality of the challenge. 2. An odd number of judges. 3. Both participants agree on the conditions of the challenge. These are the requirements for a valid match. Soma/Issei, but what a bummer. Ishiki, on the other hand, by fulfilling those 3 conditions, you can challenge anyone in this academy. Those who oppose you must be defeated with your cooking. Tatsuki's cooking duels are called shokyuji. Issei, I think I'd rather not get into that. Issei felt a strange energy. Issei, I'll go to school early, you stay here Fenrir and don't do anything stupid. Soma, of course I see you there. Issei left the residence and to use winged. Time passed for Issei to land in the middle of the forest, and several men came out with a red egg. Man, wow, today is our lucky day. Not only did we find a red-eyed dragon egg, but also the bearer of the sacred gear hero. Issei, you are? Man, that doesn't matter now. Everyone surrounded Issei. Issei, damn, there are many. Bright-winged must be at least 20 more. He saw the aura of these was dark. He thought they might be demons to see the dragon egg. Man, interesting, isn't it? Issei, can I know what the heck that is? Man, a prize that will give us a lot of gold, a red-eyed black dragon egg, an endangered species. Issei clenched his fists. Issei, yes, it is in danger of extinction because the egg is stolen from its mother. Man, we didn't know there was a dragon around here, but our leader sent us to watch you to see how to defeat you. Issei. Man, but enough of talking, you guys capture him. Issei, you don't think it will be that easy for them? I have a deal for them. Neos, Issei, it's not worth making deals with demons. Issei, what? Plasma, just by seeing his aura I know everything. Issei, curse yesterday as guardians now demons, what's next? He got into a fighting stance. One fight later XD. Issei had light injuries, the other demons were unconscious. The man who had the egg was frightened and killed a large number of them, and they barely hurt him. Issei, you're going to give me that egg here and now, and they will never land in this place again. Man, I'm not going to submit to a stupid human. Issei mind, Rio is a demon, killing him wouldn't help anything. Heroes D, how not to save yourself from trouble later? Issei heh. Man, what are you laughing at? Issei, I will do my best so that it doesn't hurt you. Issei disappeared and appeared behind him, hitting him on the back of the neck, causing him to drop the egg. Issei, no. This one is launched, catching the egg. Neos, that was close. Avian, don't even say it. Issei, yes, but now I can't take this egg to its mother. If I do, I'm sure they'll come back for it again if I take it there. Neos, but something doesn't make sense because his mother didn't stop him. Issei, don't tell me that, it can't be. This one flies away with the egg in search of the mother. He flew for a while but found nothing. His watch rang, indicating that it was time to go to school. Issei curse. He descends to make a clone with the help of a hero of destiny. Issei sent the clone to class to continue searching. Hard searching until the afternoon. Issei, damn, where will he be? But he saw something that caught his attention. It was a black dragon lying on the floor. Battle wounds and blood were visible on the ground. Issei approached quickly and placed his right hand on top of her, but it was too late, she had died. Neos, Issei. Issei clenched his right hand. Because there were people like that, knowing that there are few creatures of their kind, and they kill them. He saw the egg. Issei, I won't let anyone who wants to hurt you get their hands on you. He put his forehead on the egg but noticed that it was very cold. Issei, damn, it's so cold I have to warm it up, but it's not a safe place here and I'm not that close to the residence. Phoenix used me, unlike winged I produce heat should be enough to keep the egg warm. Issei, good. He spread his wings and flew away. Time after Nakiri Mansion. Irina was arriving home, but she saw something again. It was like a human with wings. Hisako, Irina-sama? Irina, no, it's nothing, what is that? I turned around looking where what I thought I saw flew away. It entered the house, seeing that my grandfather was there. Irina, grandfather. Senzaman, oh Irina, how did it go? Irina, okay, grandpa, I have a question. Senzaman, I give you an answer. Irina, These days I have been seeing a human figure with wings. I thought it was my imagination, but. Senzaman, when you saw that you said something worried. Irina, a few days ago, why? Senzaman, no, it's nothing, it must be your imagination. Irina, if that's possible, I'll go take a bath. She went to the bathroom. Senzaman again. With Issei. This one arrived at the residence, and arrived at his room quickly. Issei saw the egg was still alive, but he couldn't leave it without heat. He sat in a corner of the room. He hugged it, emitting more color. And so several hours passed. And continued all night. Issei fell asleep, but the egg began to glow. With Irina. She began to undress while remembering the figure she saw. Irina, what could that be that I saw once? Maybe it was my imagination, but I don't think so. She went to the bathroom. The next morning. Issei was asleep in his bed while hugging the egg. Ishiki, good morning Issei-kun, I need some help, could you come after you get ready? Issei, I'm sleepy, why don't you ask someone else? He opened a square of the ceiling. Ishiki, don't be like that. Issei, you were there. He hid the egg quickly. Some time later. Issei came out seeing Soma and Yuki. Issei, good morning, what are we going to do? Yuki, let's go harvest the vegetables in the back garden. Issei, wow, you even grow your own ingredients. Yuki, good ingredients make good food is the North Star motto. Ibusaki turned on a chainsaw to start cutting a tree trunk. Yuki, Ibusaki is preparing her own smoked chips, and Ryoko, who specializes in rice malt, has her own workstation. I would like to raise North Star chickens in a similar way to the poulet de Bresse, so I have them outdoors. Soma/Issei, great. Yuki, and the land that we all take care of with Ishiki-senpai as our leader, is this a field where we grow more than 10 vegetables? Soma/Issei, wow. Issei? Ishiki, good Soma-kun, Issei-kun, Yoshino-kun. Issei, AAA. Soma-i. Yuki. Ishiki, good morning, Issei-kun, Soma-kun, Yoshino-kun. Working early is good for the spirit. Let's sweat together. Issei/Soma, it suits him well. Ishiki, knowing how ingredients are developed is part of our training. You can call this place the North Star Farm, or the Ishiki Farm if you want. Issei, I like the second one better for some reason. Soma, for some reason me too. Tattoo, Soma-kun. Soma, oh hello Tadakoro, you came too. Tadakoro, look. Ishiki-senpai grew these vegetables, don't they look delicious? Soma, for some reason seeing you here is very relaxing. Issei, yes. Yuki, yes, Megumi is a breath of fresh air for the residents. Megumi, Ishiki took 2 tomatoes. Take it and try it. Issei, yes, thank you. Soma, of course, thank you. They both bit into their tomato. Soma, it's delicious. Issei, he's so fat and sweet. Soma, I would like to use them in my dining room, it is a quality product. Ishiki, well, it takes up all my time. I haven't even been able to attend classes lately. Issei, you should sort out your priorities. Ryoko, good morning everyone. Some time later. Tadakoro, guys, let's have breakfast. Everyone stopped working. Soma, are you preparing your Tadakoro? Megumi, if you must be hungry, go ahead. Ishiki, I see, is the specialty of Tadakoro-chan, the 3 onigiri. Soma, there's nothing better than some onigiri after field work. Issei, if it's true. Yuki, thanks for the food. A later breakfast. Ishiki, this is the charm of Tadakoro-chan's kitchen, it is able to give peace to anyone. Soma, chicken is not dry and pork is tender, which are signs of good preparation. Tadakoro, hee. Soma, why don't you cook like this in class? Issei hit Soma on the head, leaving a bump on him. Tadakoro, AAA, I've always had stage fright. When I get nervous I go blank and I get everything wrong. Issei, what a problem, you should try to relax more when you cook, Tadokoro. Yuki, this is how your kitchen will make you a great wife. Tadokoro, thanks. Fenrir put his 2 legs on Tadokoro. Tadokoro, AAA, you also want to, Fenrir-chan. Some time later, everyone returned to the residence. Fenrir was winged next to Issei and Tadokoro. Issei saw that Tadokoro is the first one that Fenrir trusts in addition to him. Yuki, have you seen the research societies? Issei, research societies? Yuki, yes, Tatsuki has a lot of societies that research particular foods, however its members can get together to create new recipes after school. Ryoko, or participate in culinary competitions outside the academy. Ishiki, you could say it's our version of school club C. Tadokoro, I am in the Regional Cuisine Research Society. Soma, huh? They went to school. Soma, it is true that there is Japanese haute cuisine, Western cuisine, Chinese vegetarian cuisine, fermented preserved cuisine. Issei, here there is a train lunchbox. Soma, Rice Bowl Society? Issei, could you get some ideas for dishes? Soma, well, we have to go take a look, let's go, Tadokoro. With the counselors of the underworld. Those on the council were with SrabrazosxD, and the men Issei defeated. Advisor 1, how could they let me take away an egg from a red-eyed black dragon? Man, we are so sorry. SrabrazosxD, but my question is, why don't I kill them? Man, I don't know, sir. Counselor 2, that doesn't matter now. What happens now is that boy gets stronger, and if he gets more experience with the sacred gear, we will be in trouble if he manages to master it and the powers of each hero. SrabrazosxD, I already said it, but how many do you say he defeated? Man, there were more than 20 of us. I have the video if you want to see it. SrabrazosxD, leave the video and go away. They saw the video. Counselor 1, for not having combat experience, he knows how to fight very well. Counselor 2, and not only that, he already knows how to use most of the heroes. SrabrazosxD, so if it was you. Counselor 3, well, we will continue attacking until he joins us. We already saw that he will not join of his own free will. SrabrazosxD, I must tell you something that might calm this down. One speaks later. Counselor 1, did you really think that by telling us that you would avoid your sister's engagement? SrabrazosxD, if that doesn't convince you, imagine the difference between the phoenixes. Phoenix Razor can heal from his wounds and that's it. But the powerful phoenix can resist any type of attack, but of course as long as he has energy. And don't forget the brilliant phoenix that increased its power for each hero at his side. I don't know what he'll do now, but imagine that kind of power, and if my sister had a son, she would be invincible, and not only that, we would have the bearer on our side. Counselors, we must think about it, retire. SrabrazosxD left and arrived at Graphia's. Graphia, sure about this? SrabrazosxD, no, but I suggested it when I saw and knew that he was Issei-kun. At least I think that Rias will be able to stay with someone she wants. Graphia, yes, I guess, but what will you do? They will reveal their faces over time. SrabrazosxD, it's okay, nothing will happen. With the counselors. Counselor 1, I think we have no choice. Counselor 3, there is one. If this continues, we will send someone capable of stopping it, but for now let's hope that what SrabrazosxD said works and they don't say anything. We will continue sending soldiers. With Issei. Tadokoro, wow. A boy in white is seen. I turned to look at those who arrived. I'm sorry, but they should go if the rice bowls are about to disappear. Issei/Soma/Tadokoro, what? Minutes later. They said their names were Yukihira Hayado and Tadokoro? I am Konishi, the leader of this research society. Soma, are you okay, senpai? You look very dejected. Konishi, laugh if you want, but I couldn't protect the rice bowls. Tadokoro sawed the floor. Tadokoro, are they a collection of recipes? Soma, what? Tadokoro, these are recipes from the SI for rice bowls. I gave them a book to Soma. Soma, let's see, there are conventional dishes and original dishes with a pinch of creativity. Issei, these are interesting recipes. Why do you want to close this place? Konishi got up, scaring Tadakoro. Konishi, do you understand us? Soma and Tadakoro retreated. Konishi, Hayado. Issei, he's crying. Konishi, the bowl is fast, delicious, and very cheap. It's variety contained in one bowl. It's food for fighting men. I as a man will not die until I create the ultimate rice bowl. Tadakoro, it's very impressive. Soma, it's a bit overwhelming. Konishi, my yes for rice bowls. If Nikiri Arena didn't exist. Soma, Nikiri? Konishi, if this is how he does things, he first proposes to the council budget cuts or less space for the societies he hates and forces them to vote in favor. When the societies are cornered, they have no other alternative than an option that a Shokujuki, in exchange for accepting the challenge of the Shokujuki, Nikiri makes greater demands until he ends up getting his way. That is how he expands his circle of influence. When the members of this DI found out that we would be at the hands of a subordinate of Nikiri, they all fled. Issei, huh? Soma, this guy must not have many friends. Issei, won't you face Nikiri? Konishi, you see. They opened the door, and some men in gray arrived. One of them stepped on a recipe book. Konishi, hey! A girl with dark skin and short blonde hair arrived. I thought that instead of renovating it, it would be faster to demolish and rebuild the place. Girl, yeah? Then do it. Konishi, who do you think you are, Myth? Myth, we just came to inspect, we already know the result. It's just like Arina-sama said, no matter how much you decorate a bowl of rice, it will still be second-class food. Tatsuki doesn't need dishes like that. Soma watched attentively as the girl said that. A discussion later. Issei/Soma, rock, paper, scissors. Issei, I lost. Everyone watched that with a drop of sweat. Soma, well, now that it's decided, if I win, you will join this society. Nikumi, what? Tadakoro/Konishi, what? Soma, you will join the Rice Bowls SI and contribute to its development. It will be your punishment for bothering us. Nikumi, do you really think you can win? He smiled. He gave some applause. Nikumi, that's all for today, gentlemen. The men left. Nikumi, well, let me say. The main ingredient will be meat and the dish will be the rice bowl. The competition will be in 3 days. Soma is serious. Konishi, Yukihira, Hayado, why did you do that? Soma, hearing her say that expensive meat is everything he can't pass up as a dining room cook. Soma bent down, picking up a book to dust it off. Soma, plus this club is too good to miss. Konishi, Yukihira, you are the best. Tadakoro, but Soma-kun, do you have a plan? Soma, I'll think of it, V. Tadakoro, AAA, I knew it. The next day. Konishi, I thought a lot about the matter. Their specialty is meat, beef to be precise, so I don't think it's necessary to use beef. For example, we could make a bowl of rice with chicken and eggs. The chicken goes with the dish. We should stay away from their specialty. Issei, I see they will do something original. Soma, what kind of rice bowl do you like, Tadakoro? Tadakoro, well, I don't know if I could say it's a rice bowl, it doesn't have meat either. But I like to eat scallops, roasted in their shell and seasoned with butter and soy sauce. It tastes great with hot rice. Konishi, you're right. We could make a bowl with seafood. If Yukihira hadn't said he wanted to compete with meat. Issei, what's done is done, stop complaining. Konishi, they don't know Nikumi's skill. We'll be finished if he decides to crush us with his A5 flesh. Soma, A5? I go? English? Tadakoro, A5 is a meat rating, right? An explanation later. Konishi, I tried one of the Nikumi steaks at an academy event. Meat of that level is drinkable. Issei/Soma, drink. Konishi, if you bite into it, it becomes a mass of umami. That slides down your throat. If you order meat like that in a restaurant, You would have to pay with many 10,000 yen bills. Issei turned outside, seeing something that caught his attention. Issei, I'll be back in a minute. Issei left to go to the forest. Issei, get out of there. Several men came out, and a man that Issei knew how to recognize. Nice to meet you, young man. What should I call you? Issei, that's not important. I want to know what they want. I think you know what we want. Join us. Issei, I refuse. That was fast. Issei, I don't know what faction you are from and I don't care, but this is my first and last warning. Don't come back here or I will take care of eliminating you myself. He started to leave but dodged an energy sphere. Issei, you two are huge idiots. I gave you one last chance and you didn't take advantage of it. Man, don't you dare talk to Kanata-sama like that. He's the only one who has been able to survive the training that Achilles-sama once did. Issei, and what do I care about that or what? Everyone surrounded Issei to exempt Kanata. Kanata, that's enough. May I ask your name? Man, yes. Issei, my name is Hayata Issei. Kanata, Issei-kun. Well, we heard that you fought against some demons and soldiers of Asgard a few days ago. Issei, and what do you plan to do? Kanata, I ask you to reconsider our offer, join our faction. If you do, just shake my hand and all your problems will disappear. Issei started going to Asia. He began to bring his hand closer little by little. Kanata, come on Issei-kun, take my hand. Come on Issei-kun. Issei's hand came closer. Kanata, come on Issei, join us. Issei put his hand on this one's shoulder. Kanata, huh? Issei, I appreciate the offer but I refuse. Issei left the place, leaving everyone in shock. Many men came out of the bushes and left instantly. With Issei he arrived at the hall and was about to enter but he saw Soma. Seconds later. Issei, what? Soma, he only sent me 6,115 yen. Issei laughs. At Joichiro-sensei if he goes too far. Soma, I'm in trouble. Issei, hee, don't worry, I'll finance the meeting. Soma, I owe you one. Issei, let's go. Konishi, these are the SI recipes for rice bowls that could help you. Tadakoro, are you there too? Konishi, wow, thanks, leave them over there. Soma, okay Issei, help me try all the recipes. Issei, yes. First course. Soma, I finished it, please try it. It was Carsadon, but I replaced the pork with beef. I modified the recipe and used a mixture of chicken and quail eggs to give it a better flavor. Konishi tried the dish. It's not bad but it still needs more impact. Nikumi dishes feel like you've been hit. Issei, one hit. Well, we'll use grease on this one. 2 plate. Issei, it's a skyakudan with sugar, beef and chicken egg. Konishi, this one also has a more refined flavor. Soma, then we should use less fat instead. Tadakoro, how is this recipe? Next day. One day before the culinary battle. Soma was in the pan and Issei was chopping ingredients. Konishi continued tasting the dishes. Soma poured a liquid from a small pot. Issei cut meat into strips. They kept trying and trying. Tadakoro, senpai turned white again. Soma, wake him up with water. Tadakoro threw a bucket of water at him. Evening. Soma was sitting in a chair sleeping. Tadakoro sitting on the floor exhausted. Issei, we tried all the promising SI rice bowl recipes and tried all the variations. Tadakoro, Issei-kun, why don't you rest a little? How did you tell Soma? Issei-o? Tadakoro, yes, a little. Issei, yes, I told him to rest to see if he can think of something since he has to fight tomorrow. Tadakoro, maybe you can think of something too if you clear your mind like Sadishio did with Soma-kun in the last class maybe. Issei, I see how when he softened the meat with honey, right? Oh. Issei approached Tadakoro and took her shoulders. Tadakoro was surprised. By Issei-kun? Issei, You're the best, Tadakoro. I have it. Now I know how to give that impact to an inexpensive dish. Konishi-san. It can be sirloin or even rump. Don't you have any fillets left? Soma woke up because of the noise. Konishi steaks? Issei. First he made lattice-shaped cuts and softened it with a mallet, then he covered both sides with onion and let it rest, removed the onions and seasoned the meat, then cooked it in butter and sautéed the onion in the juices. Konishi onions? Issei. All that remains is to sprinkle the onion over the finished meat. Konishi. This is a shalyapan steak. An explanation later. Issei. Come on, you three, try it. Tadakoro. Good. Konishi/Soma Si. The three of them tried the dish. Tadakoro. Triple. Soma. How light. Konishi. It is very tender and can be cut with chopsticks. He ate again. Konishi. And every bite. Soma/Tadakoro/Konishi. They dissolve in the mouth. Issei. Onion has enzymes that soften proteins, as does pineapple and honey, which is why it was so tender. Konishi. I wouldn't have thought that a cheap dish would fill my mouth with its flavor. The meat has always gone with rice, but will it be enough to surpass the A5 meat of Nikumi? Issei yawned. This lasted longer than I imagined, but I already gave you an idea. The rest is up to you. I'll leave the rest to Soma. Issei hit Soma with his hand on the shoulder. Soma, yes. Issei, well, I'm leaving. Tadakoro, are you coming? Tadakoro, I'll stay a little longer with Soma-kun. Issei, okay, good luck. Issei left. Soma, good. Tadakoro and Konishi got scared. Soma, Issei already fixed our meat problem, now keep improving it. Tadakoro/Konishi, yes. The meeting was the same every day. Issei fought and rejected many women for money and things that they sent him. Issei was hugging the egg. Issei mind. Issei, until when will they continue? Plasma. Because you refused, you have been offered many things that every man would want. Issei, it's true, but there's something that doesn't quite convince me. Avian, I don't want to interrupt, but the egg is moving. Issei, what? Issei felt the egg move. He moved to see how the egg began to shine and break, revealing something tender. It was a small baby dragon. Issei, amazing, he's very cute. The baby began to see everything next to him but began to cry slightly. Issei approached to calm him down. He calmed down a little when he felt Issei's hand. When I hear Ishiki's voice. Ishiki, good morning Issei-kun, something has arrived for all of you, you should come down when you are ready. Issei, yes, it's okay. Nios, so now what? Issei, does anyone have an idea how to raise a dragon? Everyone started saying no until I can help you. Issei, and you are? I am a dragon from Ent. Issei, Dragon D and what? Plasma. Issei, don't be so disrespectful to him. I can tell you that he is more powerful than Neos and I together. Issei, AAA, I'm sorry, but do you know how to raise a dragon? ND, well, I'll be direct. First, you are the first thing the dragon saw, therefore he thinks you are his mother. Issei, it's the same as with the chickens. ND, any creature that comes out of an egg will first think it is its mother, and not only that, to a certain extent you kept it warm, therefore that. The dragon jumped towards Issei. Issei caught it with his hands. ND, strengthened the bond. Issei, well, does anyone know what they eat? ND, baby dragons only drink milk from their mother. Issei, and where am I going to get dragon milk? ND, well, look. Buy milk for babies and use some of your power to compensate for the nutrients it should have. Issei, okay, and how often should I feed him? ND, I don't know. Issei, that brings me back to the beginning. Neos, you could go talk to your brother. If I'm not mistaken, he has dragged the Welsh dragon. Issei, it's true. Well, I'll go see him tomorrow. But I still have 3 problems. Now I have to go downstairs with the others. Feed, what will I call you? Neos, we'll see how it goes. Issei, it's true. This one made 2 clones of him. Issei, well, you go get milk and nurseries for the babies. You stay here with him. I'll go see what's happening. Issei left with the others and a clone left from there with the others. Soma, a concentration? Yuki, the time has come. Soma, what is this? Ryoko, didn't they do something like that in high school? It's like going on a field trip for a couple of nights. Issei, wow, I didn't know this school did that kind of things. Soma, and why does Tadakoro shake so much? Marui, because concentration is the first circle of hell for high school students. Issei, huh? Yuki, every day, first years must perform grueling tasks deep in the mountains. If you fail, you will be expelled immediately. They say it is an experience of friendship and camaraderie, but in reality, concentration is nothing more than a ruthless filter. Tadakoro, AAA. Ishiki, Tatsuki education is competitive. The director spoke of 1%, but this is when the selection process begins. Ishiki-senpai, did you go to last year's concentration? Ishiki, yes, of course. That year they sent home and expelled dozens of students every day. They expelled them? Ibusaki, at the concentration a few years ago, the number of students was reduced to less than half. Tadakoro was blank. Tadakoro, half. This one fell to the floor. Yuki Megumi? Soma and Yuki turned to see Tadakoro. Tadakoro, guys, thanks for everything. Yuki, Megumi! Issei and Soma watched the yearbook calmly. Soma, and then we can bring board games like cards and shogi but not our cell phones, no. Issei, we barely have time to bathe. Yuki, hey you two, why are you planning your trip so calmly? Megumi is on her deathbed. Soma, only half of you move on, right? It's as simple as staying in that half. Issei, it's true, I don't see it as that difficult. All. Ishiki, I'm also sure that everyone will return to the North Star with a smile. Everyone felt better and smiled. We're going back. Of course. Marui, of course. Ryoko, it's true. Yuki, I see you're all very motivated. You're all afraid of the North Star. Ibusaki, really? Yuki, we will destroy the concentration. Ishiki, I like it that way. Fumio-san, Fenrir-chan, and I will take care of the residents. Guys, do your best. Tadakoro was on the floor with a blue face while Fenrir licked his cheek. Every day remained the same. Issei is seen training hero skills and fighting soldiers from different factions. The day has arrived. More than 75 trucks were seen. Everyone was in shock. Tadakoro, my stomach hurts. Soma, don't worry, I'm sure it won't be that bad. Alright, here we go to the hellish concentration of friendship and camaraderie. Nothing will surprise me. They all arrived at a giant hotel. Everyone was in shock. Tadakoro, is this where the concentration will be? Soma, typical of a school for rich people, they even run a hotel like this. Ibusaki, all hotels and accommodations in the area belong to Tatsuk. Soma, hee, I'm not surprised. A few drops of sweat came out of him. Marui, the Tatsuki resort has around a dozen accommodations and graduates often end up working in its culinary areas. Ibusaki, they say that one night can cost up to 80,000 yen in some places. Yuki, that's an Achilles month. Issei, you said you wouldn't be surprised by anything? Soma, yeah, I'm not surprised. Tadakoro, you are very surprised, Soma-kun. Yuki, which means we'll be spending the night here. I'm so excited. Ibusaki, only if we overcome today's task. Yuki pouted. Ibusaki, you're a party pooper. Ibusaki, I have my feet on the ground. We're going to the assembly as soon as we put our luggage away. Yuki, good. They arrived to a room full of students. Ryoko mined, how quiet. I can't believe there are around 1,000 students. Yuki meant, it is true we are about to begin the infernal concentration. ND. Wow, silence feels like someone died. Issei mind, you're right, it feels very tense instead. Issei saw Megumi very nervous. Issei, are you okay? Soma, oh Nikumi. Nikumi, you. Yukihira? She grabbed her hair. Soma, how long, Nikumi? Yuki, you are very relaxed. Ryoko, hey Yukihira-kun. What are you doing giving him nicknames? Soma, but she likes a certain Nikumi? This one blushed. Nikumi, of course not. Soma, come. The new kids. Yukihira, Soma, and Hayadu Issei. People started to murmur. Nikumi, be careful, you too. Issei/Soma, why? Chappelle, good morning, students. I will explain the basics of the concentration. You will stay for 5 days and 6 nights. During that time, we will divide you into several groups. Issei advanced. Chappelle, and will have to face daily culinary tasks. If they do not meet the standards of their instructors, they will fail, be sent to the academy, and expelled. Tadakoro swallowed but felt someone take his hand. She turned around looking at Soma. Soma smiled at him. Chappelle, the evaluation of your tasks will be in the hands of our guests. Student guests? Chappelle, they are Tatsuki graduates who have agreed to help us despite their busy schedules. Students, AAAA. People started to come in. Tatsuki graduates? That means they are geniuses who were able to surpass more than the remaining 90%. It was all a total amazement. A pink-haired graduate breathed. Hey you, the one in the 9th row, the one with brown hair. Issei pointed at himself. Tadakoro and Soma saw that. Sorry, the guy to your right. This other one pointed. If you are expelled, you can go. Everyone was surprised. You put a citrus-scented hair product on your hair. It interferes with the aroma of the food. Style is important. Well, dishes lose their appeal if the chef is sloppy, but you should use unscented products from now on. Student, wait a minute. Will I be expelled for something so simple? Something as simple as that could make you lose customers. You want to ruin my restaurant? That's it, go away. Tadakoro was in shock and squeezed Soma's hand. Issei, and that one? Marui, it's Chef Shinomiya. He's the first Japanese to win the French Plus Bowl award. Also Chef Mizuhara from F, the head chef of the sushi restaurant Ginza Hinawa. Tadakoro, amazing, appears on the covers of magazines every month. My sweet and innocent white clover. Marui, Donato got everything. Donato, could you be the reason for my existence because we didn't talk about it until dawn at my Albert's? Tadakoro, excuse me, how? Chef Gatoda lets go of his hand. Donato, Hanako. Tadakoro walked away and went after Soma. Marui, from the Japanese restaurant Kirinoya Inui Hanako. Hanako pushed Soma aside to take Tadakoro's hands. I'm sorry you had to go through that. By the way, you're very cute. Tattoo? Hanako, AAA, you look very hungry. Donato, Hanako. Chappelle Sensei is watching us, let's go. Hanako, heavens. Issei watched and saw that Hanako emanates a good amount of magical power. Hanako, remember to come to my restaurant someday. A motivational speech. Ryoko, we're parting ways, but I wish you luck. Yuki, see you. Soma, yes. Issei, don't forget that we will play cards in Marui's room. Marui, they plan to go to my room during the concentration. Late. Everyone had arrived. Issei, a student with that level must be incredible. Soma, it seems I found someone else I must crush with my cooking besides you. Issei, you are very arrogant, no Soma. Yuki, it's time for our reward. Ryoko/Tadakoro, reward? Yuki, dinner, bath, and our room I bet will be extravagant and luxurious. I will enjoy it to the fullest. Men, show off, babe. Yuki? Only those who have finished serving them will have free time. Yuki, who are those? Jiaoyin University's bodybuilding club is staying nearby. Members of the American football and wrestling clubs will also be coming. Men, show off, baby. Today's dinner will be a steak platter, each one prepares 50 servings. Students, 50 servings? Now it must be a joke. Yuki, Sekimori Senpa. And our dinners? Sekimori, when I finish the 50 portions, prepare your own dinners. Yuki, ours? But what about our fancy dinner? Sekimori, there won't be. Yuki, Sekimori, I will take this opportunity to tell you that during the concentration you will have to prepare your own meals, keep that in mind. Yuki, heart, see. Ryoko, I can hear Yuki's heart breaking. Sekimori, finally, if you cannot finish the 50 portions in 60 minutes, you will be expelled immediately. All Sekimori, begin. Everyone started cooking. Sekimori, this, and this, they are too small, do them again. Men, I want another plate. I don't want 10 more yet. Boy, my arms are heavy. Boy, too, I'm missing 30 portions, I'm fed up. Ryoko, it's not over yet. Ibusaki, hey Marui, are you okay? Tatu, Yuki, this concentration was hellish, after all it is an earthly hell. Sekimori, Hayata Issei, you finished your 50 rations, you absolved. Issei, I hope you liked it. Alice, how fast. Sekimori, Yukihira Soma, you finished. Soma, you're welcome. Yuki, how fast. Takumi, damn, I was left behind. You'll see, Yukihira, mine will taste better, maybe. Sekimori, hey, you move your hands, not your mouth. Takumi, yes. Issei/Soma, we'll see you in Marui's room. Marui, don't go, I wanted to sleep early. Man, hey, hurry up for eyes. Yuki, they still want to play. Issei and Yukihira are very strong. Sometime later, Issei and Soma separated to go get their clothes. Issei, sorry. Irina was amazed. Issei. Irina, Hayata Issei. Issei. Irina saw that her breasts were visible and covered herself. Issei, are you okay, Nakiri? You might have twisted your ankle, right? Issei was going to help. Irina, don't touch me, I can get up by myself. Irina meant, what a mistake, I thought there would be no one else, and that he would see me like that. Irina stood up. I hope she didn't hear me. Issei, you must be in a good mood if you were humming. Irina, whoever was humming, I don't know what you're talking about, heard me. Issei, anyone would be interested, there are bathrooms and we will spend 2 nights here. You can't bring me my video games. I can bring playing cards in vain. Irina, mind, I'm not in a good mood. Irina, I'm not like you. They say that this is a concentration, it's hellish, but for me it's a boring and useless excursion, even though seeing how long it will take to expel you and Yukihira-kun could be fun. Issei. Plasmas, but what Sudara? Issei, if you don't even say it. Nakiri. Issei, whatever you say, but you were humming down the hall. Hisako, Irina-sama. Issei/Irina, MMM? Hisako, I'm sorry I'm late, it was harder than I thought. Hyo Hayata Issei. What are you doing here? Issei, well, take down Nakiri. Nakiri, AAA0W0. Hisako, no. Hisako imagined Issei on top of Irina. Hisako, what? Irina, don't twist it. Issei, well, that's what happened. Hisako, what? Nakiri, it's not what you think, Hisako. Avian, they look like a couple. Storm, that's true. Irina, why don't you just leave now? Issei turned to the ceiling with a serious look. New problems part 2. Issei, okay, he said cold. Irina was scared by that tone. Hisako, is it really okay? Issei went to the roof, seeing that Red-chan and Fenrir were there. Issei, didn't I tell you that you're going to stay home? I don't like the idea of you coming alone, okay? Issei made a magic circle having Fenrir and Chan read and went back to the bathroom. This one was seen arriving listening to a conversation. Dojima, has the first one arrived yet? Sorry, but stretching in the bathroom is part of my daily routine. Soma, and I was excited to be the first to disappoint. Dojima, I'm sorry. Issei entered calling the attention of these two. Issei, I see you beat me. Soma, wow, I thought you got lost. Dojima, and you are? Issei, sorry, I got carried away with something. Dojima, well, you were the first to arrive, so consider it a victory. Issei entered the bathtub. Dojima, but this year and last year I must say that this academy is getting good students. Soma, last year? Dojima, if the 50 rations task starts at the same time in different places. Who finishes first is obvious. Every year I try to bathe and leave before the students arrive, but the year goes by. I also appreciate someone early. Today is in 7th place of the 10 counselors. Soma/Issei, mine's someone I know. Dojima, also looked promising. Issei, wow, expect nothing less from Ishiki-senpai. Something in Issei's mind clicked. Issei, wait, she finished before the 50 rations. Dojima, although speed is not everything, it is related to skill. With Irina. Hisako delivered the letters. Thank you very much. Man, you're welcome. Irina, hey Hisako, now that I think about it. I remembered Issei. Issei, I played cards in vain. Irina, as I thought, I don't want them. Hisako, okay. Irina pouted. Dojima, Nakiri. Irina, the granddaughter of the academy director, the divine tongue, has had the academy teachers since she was little, only the finest comfortable. As a baby touched her lips, as a child she tasted different varieties of salt, blindly named the origin of each one perfectly. There are more stories of the divine tongue than you could imagine. She managed to be the youngest of the 10 counselors with a real talent. Neos, they say it as if it were nothing. Issei mind. But behind all talent there is something. In my case, when carrying the sacred hero, I have to deal with each faction and fight. I can't imagine what she will have to endure. Dojima, if this continues, the academy's masterpiece will be a monster. Soma. Dojima, however, it remains a diamond in the rough. Tatsuki is an otherworldly place where the talented gather to devour each other. Its depth is immeasurable. Sharpen your fangs, boys. Issei/Soma, yes. Takumi, Yukihira, you may have finished earlier this time, but it won't happen again. Hey! Chef Dojima. Dojima, I stayed too long, I have to go. In any case, the concentration has just started. Try to take care of your physical condition. He shook hands with Issei and Soma. Dojima, keep it up. Issei thanks Dojima-senpai. He went away. Takumi, do you know who he is? Soma is Dojima-senpai. With the girls. Yuki, wow, preparing 50 portions was exhausting. It's good that we all managed it. Ryoko, this is what the next 4 days will be like. There's a reason they say it's a hellish concentration. Tadakoro, but when you enter the bathroom you regain the energy to try again. Ryoko, you brought it with you, right? Tadakoro, hehe, I wanted him to go on a trip. Yuki, AAA, although I must say. Ryoko, what are you looking at? Yuki, just like always, you're an exception, aren't you, Sakaki Dano? Yuki moved his hand closer to Ryoko's breasts. Ryoko hit Yuki's hand. Tadakoro, could it be the work of the rice blanket? Ryoko, you too, Megumi, don't look at me like that. Yuki, huh? I bet you just want Issei-kun to see you like that. Ryoko turned red. Some time later. Yuki was excited. Yaja! Jump into bed. Ryoko, why don't you try it too, Megumi? Yuki moved a lot in bed while celebrating. Yuki is so elegant. Ryoko, Yuki, stop making a fool of yourself, although I understand that you are happy. Marui, hey. Ryoko, oh Marui-kun, did you lose weight? Marui, you think so? Why don't you listen to what I have to say? Can we go to sleep and rest for tomorrow? / We're here. Soma / Issei, let's play. Marui, why do you always come to my room? Yuki, okay, what are we going to play? We will play 100 games of Daehanmin. Marui, alright, let's play. It was all the same. Soma helped Tadokoro to avoid being expelled. Issei found out but couldn't do anything. Yuki, today was another terrible day. I want to go to sleep now. Ryoko, there are only 2 days left, we could just pass, huh? Marui was white while Issei carries him on his back. Ryoko, bedtime is not on the agenda today. Ibusaki saw. It's true. Yuki, isn't it some kind of mistake? Soma / Issei / Tadokoro. Dojima. Tatsuki Academy students in 1 hour at 10 o'clock sharp will gather in uniform in the banquet hall. Yuki, what? What a bummer. Marui fainted on Issei's shoulder. Although. Soma, there are quite a few of us. Ryoko, everyone is very tired. Issei, is it true that they want to do this at this time? Takumi, Yukihira. Nikumi, you're an idiot, what did you think you were doing by challenging a graduate? And you, Issei, what the hell were you thinking by letting him fight? Takumi, you risked leaving the academy before settling accounts with me. Nikumi, who are you? Takumi, I asked you the same thing. Soma, how do you know about our culinary battle? Takumi / Nikumi, everyone is talking about this. Takumi, but if you're here, it means that. Nikumi, don't tell me you defeated Chef Shinomiya? Takumi / Nikumi, you won. Soma, I didn't make puree. Takumi, are you serious? Soma, could we stop talking about that? Nikumi, you owe us an explanation of what happened? Boy, hey. Look. Irina-sama guys. Everyone looked attentive. Dojima, everyone please pay attention, we gathered you for one reason only, to explain tomorrow's task. Ibusaki, tomorrow? Ryoko, why do it the night before? Issei, I have a bad feeling. Bubbles, I think I have an idea, but let's listen. Dojima, your task will be to come up with a breakfast menu worthy of being served at the Tatsuki Resort. Breakfast is the face of a hotel. It is the most important meal, and the starting point for our guests. I want you to present an innovative dish that will make a contribution to the breakfast table. The main ingredient will be the egg. Irina, I turn to see Issei and Soma. Dojima, there will be no restrictions on culinary genres, but remember to present your dish in buffet format. The evaluation begins at 6 in the morning. You must be prepared for the tastings. Everyone was in disbelief at what I said. Yuki, did I hear wrong? He said 6 in the afternoon, right? Ibusaki, no, I'm sure he said 6 in the morning. Yuki, AAA. That means. Marui, we won't be able to sleep. Dojima, you can use your time as you wish, you can try out recipes in the kitchen or rest in your rooms. We'll see each other again in the morning. You may leave. All the students had different auras. Some had fear, some had despair, others had exhaustion. Takumi, we can finally face a worthy task. I'll be waiting for you, Yukihira. Issei approached, as did Tadokoro. Takumi, I will use the Aldini's experience to prepare the perfect breakfast. Starting with a typical Italian egg dish. Issei, huh? Soma, how could we live without Italian egg dishes? Takumi, heh? When I turn around, Isami is talking to Issei and Soma. All 3 of them had a smile. Isami, Varen curry cheese vegetables eggs. Takumi, don't tell him Isami. Isami took Takumi. Takumi, let us tell our secrets. Let's get out of here. Isami, yes. Soma approached Irina. Soma, now that I think about it, Issei and I both used eggs in our entrance exam. A memory after. Issei also approached. Issei, but what nostalgia, no Nikiri. Irina, don't talk to me so confidently. I'll give you some advice if you don't want to look ridiculous in front of the judges. Don't prepare third-rate dishes like that time. Issei, but I thought you liked them. Soma, I agree with Issei. Irina, what do you say if I told you that you were disgusting? Hisako, Irina-sama. I already got a kitchen. Irina, very well, let's go. Well, good luck trying to come up with something that will work for you. She shook her hair. Plasma/Phoenix, that you defeat her says. Issei, hee. Tadakoro, are you okay? Yuki, very well, I will show you what I am capable of. Come on, Marui, get up, we must return to the residence together. Polar Star, cheer up, yes. Tadakoro, oh yes. Some time later. Irina, I'm going to sleep. Will you continue trying recipes? Hisako, yes, I'm halfway through. Irina, well, don't take too long. Hisako, Irina-sama is impressive, she knows no pressure. She is majestic, she is worthy of admiration. Irina, by the way, tomorrow we will play Sinkyo. Regarding yesterday's couples game, I felt a little bad. Will you be ready? Hisako, I expected nothing less from Irina-sama. She aspires to win in everything she does. She's perfect. Irina remembered the feeling of Issei and Soma dishes. Irina, Yukihira Soma Hayada Issei, I will invalidate your worth with my cooking. I will show you how to prepare an egg dish worthy of Tatsuki. Issei had finished trying flavors, now he just needed to see what he could do. He remembered something. Joichiro, ha ha ha, add them to the menu? How interesting, but we can't. Issei kid, why didn't sensei say they were delicious? Joichiro, listen Issei, we work in a dining hall. Our customers come to eat dishes that are expected in a dining hall. Creating such extravagant dishes is of no use to us. Present. Issei, I can't create something atypical either because if... Bubbles, what do you think of something with great impact and a soft texture? Issei, yes, but it must be an egg dish that is on another level. Issei, I got it. Moments later. Issei arrived with Soma, seeing that he made an omelette. Soma, Issei, just in time, come on, try this is my omelette with soufflé texture. Issei tried it. Issei, wow, this is amazing. Soma, you will finish everyone with this. Soma, and what did you do? Tempest/Plasma, are you idiots? Issei mind, what? Tempest, if it is true that this omelette will be delicious, but... Bubbles, if it goes too long without being eaten, the spongy part will go to the trash. Issei, that can't be. Tempest, tell him to change plates, if not it will be a disadvantage in this test. Issei, yes. Reality. Issei, hey, can you make me another omelette? Soma, yes, sure. This one made another. Soma, here's your omelette, Yukihira. Issei, thank you. Soma, so what do you plan to do? Issei, hey, well, okay, I'll give you a taste just like you with omelette. Issei left the omelette on the table and made his plate. Issei, here you go, enjoy. The next day. Everyone was getting ready. Issei, there is Soma and there is also Tadakoro, and he is writing the kanji for a person. Well, this is my area. Irina put some trays on her table. Issei, Onigiri, we will be neighbors. Irina, Hayadu Issei? Issei, we often run into each other, don't we? Irina, why do I keep meeting him? Will it affect my health? Issei, well, it will be the first time I see your kitchen. Irina, well, it will be the perfect opportunity to annoy my superiority. So you are free to savor the difference that exists between us. Issei, if you don't mind, it's fine with me. Irina was surprised, she didn't think she would accept. Issei, well, let's try hard. Irina, if it's okay. Dojima, are you ready? To present your dishes? I will explain the conditions to pass. First, I will introduce you to the judges. The door opened, revealing children and adults and old people. Dojima, they are the ones who grow the ingredients that we use in the resort. Accompanied by their families, every year they come to play their role as judges. They know that today's theme is egg dishes. Their judgment is very thorough. Takuzo, thank you very much, I won't touch anything unprepared. Kosuka, hee about the corn. Kyusuk of natural cheese. Issei, those old men are experts. Dojima, there is also the kitchen staff and the Tatsuki resort. I finished the test. They all passed the test. Dojima, I have a message for those who passed. Rest, the next task will be in 4 hours, you can do whatever you want until then. Issei, it's true, the concentration. Students, it's not over yet. Tadakoro is seen watching Soma cut fish. Ibusaki and Ryoko held marui. Irina was thoughtful. Issei moved a frying pan. Late. Student gave a sigh of tiredness. Student, I'm devastated. Student 2 could barely move her legs. Tadakoro, what's wrong? Why did they call us to the lobby? Ryoko, there's nothing in the program. Yuki, hey, wait a minute, the last time that happened. I imagined Dojima giving the egg test. Yuki. Dojima, it seems that everyone is fine. Marui, not again. Dojima, I must say a few things before we begin. At this point 352 students were expelled and only 629 remain. It may seem cruel, but this concentration is a microcosm of the culinary world. You must remain calm when facing the unknown and know your ingredients. When you become a chef, you will face pressure. You will spend countless nights of anxiety and uncertainty. You will adapt to different situations and overcome multiple challenges. This profession is like walking through a wasteland during a sandstorm. The higher you climb, the more you will stumble and doubt your goal. Before realizing it, you will reach a dead end at the top and lose sight of the way back. However, you must remember one thing. In Tatsuki you were with others who walked the same wasteland. This fact will be your sustenance when you embark on your own journeys. I wish you the best of luck with all my heart. With that said, let's begin with the last part of the program. I knew it. Some doors open. Butlers, welcome. Dojima, the last activity is a modest banquet to celebrate the end of the concentration. Everyone will enjoy a full menu prepared by the graduates. Students. Dojima, the last thing I have to say to the 629 survivors is, congratulations on completing the concentration. Have fun! Students, hooray! Are you serious? I can't believe it. What's so modest about it? Marui, we must be the only ones in the world with the opportunity to eat a menu like this. I am so glad to be alive. Yuki, Marui died. Moments later. Everyone at the North Star is laughing. With Dojima. It seems that this year's event will be very interesting. Dojima, I look forward to seeing these rough diamonds face off under the spotlight. In the autumn selection. With Issei. Issei, I don't see anything wrong with it. Tadakoro, really? Issei, if that's what you feel, you should say it right now. Tadakoro, thank you. I heard someone coming. Issei, luck. With Irina. Hisako, Irina-sama, let me accompany you. Irina, no, that's okay. I want to know who is confessing to me and I want to know the end of love. It's the first time someone has done this. Hisako, but... Irina, I'll be fine. I don't think they'll dare touch a hair on someone in the Nikiri family. Hisako, okay. Irina, she left. With tattoo. Soma. Tadakoro, I like you, Soma-kun, and I love you very much. Soma, huh? Issei smiled and went to the rooftop. Issei was talking to the elemental heroes. Sparks, and tell me, Issei. Issei, yes? Sparks, if everything goes as you thought, Soma will now have a girlfriend, and you won't. Issei, don't remind me. Well, I have Rias-san, but I don't want to get involved because of her engagement. Neos, what does it matter? Issei, but you told me that. Neos, if there is love, we must fight for it. Issei, Rio told me that the Rattan game was cancelled. Plasma, No problem, you can kick whoever's ass now. Issei, really? Phoenix, I think you are already at the level of power of a high-ranking angel without using the sacred gear, and using the sacred gear we still don't know. Issei, I see. He goes out and sees Irina waiting for something. Irina turns around and is disappointed by what she saw. Irina, so you're the one who wants to confess his love to me? Issei, huh? Irina, no thanks, I don't. I don't finish because Issei spoke. Issei, I didn't tell you to talk or anything like that. Irina, huh? Issei, I think I came to the wrong place and time. I'll leave now. This one started to go away. Irina sighed, but out of nowhere she felt someone grab her by the back and neck. Gosh, I thought you'd come sooner. Issei turned around seeing a black-haired man. Issei, I can know what's happening. Is it true this one shows his demon wings? Issei put on cold eyes. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hayato Issei, or rather, Hero Issei-kun. Issei, so now what? Irina, Hero Issei? The council sent me along with other colleagues. We want you to join us and return the egg to us. Several demons surrounded Issei. Issei stood on guard. Irina, what do you intend to do? He put his hand on her mouth. Don't talk, girl. Issei, I'll ask you not to hurt her, she has nothing to do with this. Don't worry, I won't do it, but I think it will be wonderful to have something to have fun with. He saw Irina's breasts. Issei sighed. Are you sure about this? The council will give us a large sum of money for taking you with us and more if you give us the egg. Issei, and wouldn't it have been easier to take me alone by force? They will offer us more money if we fight with you. Issei, I thought I could avoid having more trouble with you guys because of Rio, but I think it's useless. Fine, finish him off, but don't kill him. Issei, if that's the case. This one took out the wings and the dragon mouth, and his clothes changed color. Irina was in total shock when she saw that. Issei, aaa. An aura of fire surrounded Issei. Finish it off. Demon 1, time to die. That's how I speak. Irina was a little scared. Demon 1, but it is our time to die. The demons launched themselves. Issei started to fly. Don't worry, honey, I'll take care of you. This turned to Irina was about to kiss her. Irina shed a few light tears, but a fireball prevented it, causing her to release Irina. Curse. Something small appeared in front of Irina, defending her. Ha! This thing is your familiar, he laughed while pointing at Fenrir with his finger. He was about to take Irina when Fenrir bites his hand and rips it off. I scream in despair seeing again. This one roared Red Chan under him. Irina was in shock. Fenrir and the red eyes. Irina mind, Fenrir said. Fenrir roared at him again. Red Chan pointed a fireball at him. I turn around watching how Issei dodges the attacks of his men. Curse. This makes a magic circle disappearing. Irina looked up at the sky watching Issei's fight. A demon was about to hit Issei from behind, but Issei hit him with his arm, causing him to split into two. A large amount of blood flew out, bathing Issei and the demon who was next to him, leaving him in shock. Issei gave a kick that split the other demon in half as well. I turned to see that Irina was safe with Fenrir and Red Eyes. The only demon who was with them backed away. Issei disappearance to appear behind her to push. The girl screamed in fear. Issei shot a huge fireball at her, instantly incinerating her. Only ashes remained. Issei, even if they attack me together it will be the same result. The 4 remaining demons began to move, 2 behind and 2 ahead. Issei, they won't beat me with that boring strategy. Change of hero to. Making his claw appear and the wings will change as well as his clothes. The demons launched themselves to start giving punches and kicks that Issei dodged. In a quick movement, Issei kicks the demon 1 in the face so that he flies higher. 2 other demons began to attack Issei in the same way. Issei stopped because they stopped attacking him, but the demon he sent flying elbowed him in the head. Issei headed the demon too. Issei managed to separate himself from them. The demons surrounded him in the same way. Demons do not think that you are facing low-level demons summoned several circles of water, earth, fire, and air. The demons launch the attack. Issei stood still. There was a slight explosion that alerted the hotel staff. Irina, Issei-kun. When the explosion stopped, Issei was seen without a scratch. Demons that. Issei smiled as he flew away. The demons started following Issei. Issei, I was expecting you. He quickly stepped back to give a right hook to the first demon. Issei quickly attacked the second demon with a kick to go against the third demon, and give him a punch followed by a kick in the face. The fourth was in shock, but Issei kneed him in the stomach. Issei, not even the four of you could do anything to me. The four demons fell on top of themselves. Issei created a sphere in his hand with the colors of Neo-Space to throw it against the demons, eliminating them. Issei descends. Irina was in total shock. Issei looked away. Irina, it's you. Issei started walking. Irina stepped back. Issei took 2 steps forward. Irina did the same until she reached the end of the roof. Issei, calm down, I won't hurt you. Issei caressed Red Eyes and Fenrir. Issei, well done guys, how fierce. Fenrir returned to his chibi form and climbed onto Issei's head with Red Eyes and stood on Issei's shoulder, licking Issei's face. Issei, I know you have doubts, but don't worry, you can trust me. Irina, no, I'm fine here. Issei, yes, but I don't think so. The protection broke, causing Irina to fall. Issei, no. This one is launched. Irina was screaming. Issei, damn, I'm not going to make it. Irina was nowhere near the floor. Bright-winged, use me. Issei, huh? Phoenix, brilliant fast. Issei quickly used it and felt how his powers increased. This one reached Irina to carry her like a princess. They arrived at the rooftop. There was a slight silence. Issei, Edo, I'm sorry I got you into my troubles. Irina, huh? Issei, well, it's my fault I got you into something problematic. Irina, I'll forgive you if you tell me what's going on. Issei sighed, as he wished to know that magic. Irina, what did you say? Issei, I didn't say anything. Irina, what are you exactly? Issei told him everything. Irina, it's a bit complicated, but it makes sense. Issei, you won't say anything, right? Irina, why shouldn't I? Issei. Irina looked at Issei's eyes and was scared. Yes, I won't say anything. Issei, thank you. Irina, but only if you fly around. Issei, is it necessary? Irina, do you want me to keep the secret? Issei, either I carry you or you get on my back. Irina, he said red. Issei became serious as he took Irina to take out the avian wings. Some time later, Soma and the others are seen playing cards. Soma, wow, you've arrived. Issei, yes. Tadakoro, well, Soma and I have something to tell you. Issei sits down. Everyone, Issei and Soma were. He saw Soma and Tadakoro holding hands. Issei, is there anything you should tell us? The next morning, all students must take their belongings and board the designated buses. Return their room keys to the front desk. Make sure you do not forget anything before leaving. Yuki, Guan. We're done. Ibisaki, we all did it. / Yeah. Tadakoro, everything happened very quickly. This came hand in hand with Soma. Ryoko, although it was very difficult. Yuki, definitely. Marui, they didn't have to go to the room the last night. Even though you didn't mind joining us. They remembered everything. Issei, smile, he liked having this quiet life even if it was for the moment. Soma saw Shinomiya. Soma, Shinomiya senpai. He stopped seeing that it was Soma, Tadakoro, and Issei. Shinomiya, so all three survived, huh? Soma, if we don't fix them. Tadakoro, is that briefcase going back to France? Shinomiya, if I can't afford to keep my restaurant closed, I've already decided my next goal is to make Shino's the best restaurant in Paris and get 3 Michelin stars, although there's still a lot I want to do, plus Bowl is no longer enough for me. Issei stars? Soma 3? Tadakoro, incredible. No Japanese has ever achieved such a feat in France. Shinomiya, hey! Hinako, stop right there. Shinomiya gritted his teeth. Hinako, don't think you'll beat us to it, Shinomiya senpai. Shinomiya, I don't know what you're talking about. Mizuhara, Hayata Issei, are you not interested in Italian cuisine? Issei, huh? Sekimori, Tadakoro, your talent would flourish in a sushi restaurant. Hinako, no, I will take good care of my dear Megumi-chan. Tadakoro, what? A fight for Megumi later. X. Yukihira, you would do very well in our resort, you are more than welcome. Soma, I appreciate the offer, but I have Yukihira. Dojima, I see your family has a restaurant. Soma, if I keep the place with my father and Issei, I don't know where Dad is right now, but I want him to recognize that I am worthy of continuing the family business. They said goodbye. Hinako, senpai, good for the 3 stars. Shinomiya, someone has to do it. Hinako, do you want me to help you? Shinomiya, sure, I could hire you as a maid. Hinako, what did you say? Dojima, let's see Soma's back, I imagine another boy. He threw the polar star in time. Joichiro, oh Soma, Issei, they are back, help me. Issei / clear Soma. Joichiro, Issei, I'll leave the preparations to you. Soma, make the broth. Soma / Issei, yes, right away. Soma, wait, I reacted like at home out of habit, but what the hell are you doing here? Fumio, how do you know him? Tadakoro, who is it? Fumio, he is a former student of Tatsuki and former president of the North Star. Issei / Soma, a former student of Tatsuki? Fumio, AAA, they make me feel the weight of the years, don't you know Juichiro Saiba? He was in 2nd place of the 10 counselors. All 2nd of the 10 counselors. Issei / Soma Saiba? Joichiro, by the way, the rice is almost ready, Soma. Soma, shut up, explain to me what's happening, Dad. All father and son? Ishiki, wow, now I understand. It got dark. Soma, so Dad was in Tatsuki at the Pole Star and the 10 counselors had. Even I can't process that much. Yuki, wow, I've never seen Soma so confused. Ryoko, the fact that he is Yukihira-kun's father explains a lot of things. Soma didn't know Dad was so famous. Yuki, are you serious? Soma, well, I didn't find out that I worked abroad until recently. It's true that I received calls in languages that I didn't understand and I had a lot of photos with foreigners, but I assumed that it was the most common thing in any home. Tattoo, straight face. Yuki, he's not absent-minded. Some time later. Joichiro, well, let's toast. Fumio, let's celebrate that everyone survived the fall rally, don't hold back. Everyone, enjoy your meal. Issei, health. Yuki, the food of a former advisor. Ryoko, what will it taste like? Tadakoro, I'm a little nervous. Joichiro, go ahead and try it. Tadakoro, yes. Tadakoro / Yuki / Ryoko, I see them, I can see it. Yuki, places I've never seen before. Ryoko, from distant lands. Tadakoro, they come to life inside my mind. Everything tastes so Arabic. Guys, everything is delicious. Tadakoro, what is the pea? Horn on the lamb? Joichiro, harissa is a multi-purpose hot pepper sauce typical of North Africa, based on Middle Eastern cuisine. I added parsley and garam masala. Joichiro, Dan, what is this? Joichiro, it is zuppa di pesci a liguarena seafood soup with stock of fisso. Joichiro-san, what about this? Marui, could you tell me about this? Joichiro, well, you'll see. Tadakoro, Joichiro-san is so manly. Ryoko, yes, he has a very masculine air. Yuki, when Yukihira grows up. Yuki/Tadakoro/Ryoko, will he be like him? They all turned to see Soma. Tadakoro, hee. Yuki, you won the lottery, Tadakoro. Soma, what's wrong? Ishiki, everyone was very tense when it arrived, but they opened their hearts after just one bite. This dish is full of the personality of its creator. Everyone praised Joichiro's cooking. Until Marui, what about this one? I chew. Marui, how disgusting. Joichiro, oh, I tried to recreate a snake dish I tried a month ago, it's disgusting. Cutting up the snake without skinning it, and just putting it out there like that. Issei and Soma were trying the dish. Issei, HAA-sensei is terrible. Soma, Dad, this is terrible. Joichiro, true? It's in the top 10 failures. Issei, not in the top 5? A conversation started between the Yukihira family. Ibusaki, shouldn't it be the top 10? Yuki is true, he is Issei's father and sensei after all. Fumio, well, leaving your food's strange, Joichiro. I remember they used to call you Azura. But your cooking has become much more gentle. Joichiro, yes. Fumio, prepare some gin too. Joichiro, yes. Everything remained the same until the day they announced the participants of the autumn election. During that time, Issei and Irina became somewhat close since Issei arrived at his classes with a slight scratch on his face, or his clothes somewhat dirty. Issei, try again, Irina. Irina threw a fireball. Issei, expect something worse, but it turned out better than I thought. I gave you the explosive trick so you can defend yourself. Irina, tell me, will you tell Yukihira-kun about this? Issei, for the moment it won't be until the day that Soma's life is at risk, but for now this will be our little secret. Irina blushed. Issei, well, let's continue with the training. But they heard something. Issei, hide. Irina, huh? Several men came out along with a white-haired woman who came with a gloomy look. Issei. Irina stood behind Issei. Issei, what do they need? You were the woman who was in the Senpai Rias club. Grafia attacked with an ice attack. Issei, oh no. She takes Irina to carry her and prevent her from getting hurt. Irina, thank you. Issei, what the hell are you trying to do behind me? Grafia attacked again. Issei deflected the attack. The men behind Grafia smiled at Irina. Issei, damn, if I were alone I could fight calmly. I can call Fenrir, but if I do, Red-chan will come with him, and I can't risk it. I have no choice. This one made 2 clones. Issei took out his wings to fly away. Grafia followed him. Issei, can I know why even you attacked me? Grafia, there's no need for you to know. Issei, well. This created a purple sphere and threw it at Grafia. Grafia crossed her arms, but the sphere grew larger when it collided with her, taking her against a mountain. With Irina, she threw fireballs at the demons when they approached her. Irina, Issei Baka, why did you leave me alone? With Issei. Grafia and Issei were hitting each other, but Issei started to apply more pressure. Grafia mind, damn what I do. Issei punched him in the stomach and then kicked him in the stomach. Issei, I don't want to kill you, but if you don't leave right now I will start using the sword. Grafia, I don't care. She launched herself at Issei. Issei dodged Grafia's blow to grab her arm and throw her to the ground. Issei went down seeing that Grafia was unconscious, and he carried her to go where Irina was. With Irina. Irina, don't touch me. She twists the arm of the demon who was about to take her. A clone shot a fireball at that demon. It took 2 minutes for the clones to disappear. Demons, it seems you're left without help. Irina stepped back. Issei, rather, you are the ones who were left without help. Issei had Graphia carried like a princess. He left her on the floor. Her gaze changed to a cold and serious one. Issei, Irina, close your eyes please. Irina, Issei, just do it. Irina closed her eyes. Darkness. I hear the cry of pain of the demons. Issei, you can open them now. When Irina opened her eyes, she saw that there was blood on the floor and on Issei's clothes. Issei, he looked away. Irina came over and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Irina, thank you. Issei, I think that's all for today. I'll take you home. Some time later. With Soma. Soma, where is Issei? He still doesn't know what the topic will be. The door was heard opening. Issei, I'm back. Soma, oh there you are. Tadokoro, where were you? Issei, I had to do some things. Soma, more important than knowing the topic of the autumn selection? Issei, a little bit yes. Soma, well I know you just got back, but come with us. Issei, huh? Where to? Soma, to see a teacher called Shiomi. Some time later. Soma, that's what Dad said. Tadokoro, Issei, I don't know why but something doesn't convince me. Soma, why? Issei, it's Jichiro-sensei Soma. Soma, it's there. Tadokoro/Issei. Soma, I didn't expect something so deteriorated. Tadokoro, maybe it's scary like Chappelle-sensei. They entered until they reached a door that said Shiomi's laboratory. Soma, excuse me. Hey, is there no one? Issei heard something and turned to the floor watching a girl grinding some spices. Soma, what a scare. Oh? Soma, hello? Visits? You see, I'm sorry, I prepared some tea. Soma meant, how small is high school? Tadokoro, sorry, don't worry. Sorry, I always get distracted. Tadokoro, sorry for coming unannounced. Don't worry, it's not a problem. Tadokoro, I'm so sorry. Issei/Soma/Heroes, the Issei, they apologize for making the other apologize. Soma, excuse me, where is the instructor? Could you tell her that Saiba Juchiro's son came? Soma resolved a punch. Issei/Tadokoro, who was shocked. Saiba Joichiro's son, get out of here right now. Issei approached Shiomi and raised his arm in a winning sign. Tadokoro, Eto, you left him unconscious. I doubt he can. I don't want to remember Saiba-senpai. Hey Jun, I brought what you wanted. He saw the situation. Some time later. Shiomi, in that way, being the youngest of the North Star, I had to endure all of Saiba-senpai's experiments. It was an unimaginable torture that left me scarred for life. Soma, but you haven't changed at all. Shiomi, it may be because I love spices, there are many that keep you beautiful. Issei, does that explain it? Soma, although I must say that my dad was terrible with his younger classmates. No, Tadokoro. Tadokoro, you see, we are from the North Star. We wanted to learn more about curry. Soma, that's the theme of the selection. Shiomi, I have no problem teaching them too. I have nothing to say to Saiba-senpai or his relatives. I'm sorry I treated you so badly even though you are visitors. I'm Hayama. I'm also in first year. I'm your assistant. Tadokoro, wow, I thought you could only join a lab starting in your second year. Hayama, well, that's because she needs me. She's inept at anything other than species. Shiomi, oh. Hayama, right, Jun? Shiomi, don't call me Jun. Call me Teacher Shiomi. Hayama-kun, you are my assistant. You have to show me more respect. Hayama, Jun, today you had to water the plants. You forgot again. Jun began to shrink more and more. Hayama, I did it for you. Shiomi, okay, sorry. Hayama, you forgot last week and the plants almost dried up. Shiomi, yes, it was my fault. Hayama, who helped you with the guests you completely ignored a month ago? Shiomi, it was you, Hayama-kun. Issei had a drop of sweat on his head. Issei, it shrinks more and more. Tadakoro, Soma Mira. Soma, wow, how many species. Oh, it smells like curry. Hayama, that species is called curry pata, they also call it curry leaves. Tadakoro, so they look fresh? Soma, Tadakoro, do you know them? Tadakoro, if it is silver it is very sensitive to cold so it withers in winter, that is why we only see dry leaves in Japan. Soma, oh. Tadakoro, finding fresh leaves is very difficult here. Hayama, it is one of Jun's research projects. Issei, huh? Hayama, he came up with a method to cultivate species in Japan, also found long-term storage methods with refrigeration technology and extracted new flavor compounds. Soma, wow, you are much better than you appear, sensei. Shiomi, your compliments don't affect me, she said, blushing. Issei, it seems so. Shiomi, but if species have a world of possibilities. All his scientist's coat on, and he stood in front of a blackboard. Shiomi, first of all, the spices are a combination of these three factors: the fragrance, the spiciness, and the color. Mixing spices creates a synergy. How many more less pronounced mixtures without their singularities? If you are careless, you will end up with an anomalous flavor. Plasma, lots of testo. Issei, listen, I want you to take that teacher's hand when we leave and use me. Issei, huh? Shiomi, at most you can mix 20, plus fat is crucial when using spices. Soma, who will teach us a lesson? Tadakoro was trying to write everything down. Shiomi, in such cases the taste of the fat is much better. Hayama, AAA, it seems like it will be a while. Well, the best way to learn is with practice. I will give you a taste, you will see how complex the world of species is. Moments later, Issei left a clone without them noticing. Hayama, here is the first dish. Kalavartha curry is typical of South India. I gave it flavor with the curry leaf that you saw a moment ago. Soma, wow, looks so good. Soma, Issei, and Tadakoro tasted the dish. Issei, what is this? First, the fragrance of the curry leaf prickles your nose, then the spiciness of the umami from the chilies and onions fills your mouth. Hayama, it is the power of fresh leaves. It is 10 times stronger than its dried counterpart. Well, time for the next dish. Gon-style fish curry with swordfish and salmon. Tadakoro, dishes from the same curry? Hayama, contains the same ingredients and species. Compare their flavors. The three of them ate. Tadakoro, the second one tastes much better. Hayama, if you roast the cilantro and peppers in the pan, in short, use dry roasted spices. Tadakoro, is that enough to make such a difference? The aroma of this one surpasses the other by far. Issei now understands what the instructor was saying. The toasted spices fulfill the task of unifying the rest of the ingredients. Hayama, this is the last dish. There was a huge explosion of smell. Tadakoro, it looks like the Kalavartha curry from the beginning. Soma, yes, but it is very different. The smell of curry leaves is much more potent. Tadakoro tried the dish. The burst of spiciness is much stronger in this one. It has a very distinctive flavor. Hayama, this one doesn't have any new ingredients either, just use water instead of broth to boil the ingredients. Tadakoro/Soma/Issei, water? Hayama, just apply Jun's theory, the more mixtures the less pronounced are its singularities. Doing the opposite, the flavor of the broth amplifies the flavors of the spices in the curry. Tadakoro, normally that would take away depth from the flavor, however its aroma is so strong. It is so penetrating. Who would think that a dish would change so much with a small adjustment in the use of spices? Soma, Issei, did you realize? Issei, what? Soma, I don't even look at the pot while cooking. I control the kitchen by the smells of the ingredients and spices coming out of the pot. Hayama, I told you, she needs me. I'm the one who puts her theories into practice. With Shiomi. Shiomi, they're gone. With Hayama. Hayama, that's my job here. Tadakoro, a scientist in theory and a cook in practice. I must admit I laughed when I heard about the topic of the preliminaries. Who would have thought it would be curry? Soma, will you also participate? Hayama, we are in the same group. Yukihira, Soma, and Hayadu Issei. Soma, hey, when did we tell you our names? Hayama, hey, come on, everyone knows about you, no one at the opening ceremony would overlook you, your skills are interesting, you always manage to overcome your imposed restrictions, but that is not enough to reach the top of Tatsuki. Something reaches the diner before the taste and appearance, and remains even after chewing and swallowing. I am talking about fragrances. To master the food you must master the fragrance. In other words, who will take the top of Tatsuki? It will be me, Hayama, Akira. With Irina, she was moving from side to side in her bed. Irina, I gave him a kiss on the cheek. When I became so bold.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.